again to 3Y TV, and tonight is the regular season finale of the 2023A OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series, and we're here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and I'm with Mike Goodman, and I'm with Cameron, Rich, Carlos behind the scenes. We do have pit reporter Gerald Campbell. He'll be joining us periodically through the night, and driver intros extraordinaire. But anyway, Cameron, we're here. Regular season finale. It's kind of put up or shut up time, and I think probably that pretty popular track I think to choose for here as you look at the standings of who's in at the moment. Cameron, it should be a pretty exciting night tonight.
Absolutely, Goody. Homestead is one of my favorite tracks. I mean, what a place to race. You have multiple lines. The vibe is absolutely gorgeous. Like the teal walls around the track, it just screams Miami. Everything about the track, I love it, love it, love it. We got 10 drivers fighting for, 4 spots for the chase tonight? I think it's going to be a really awesome race, and just we're really going to see the best of the best come out tonight, the cream of the crop.
Yeah, and it's all going to come down right here in the VRA League 162, 54 laps, per half, and the top, I believe I got this right, 14 cars will invert here tonight. And there you see the broadcast points. Matthew, our fallen soldier here, gone tonight, took over the points lead. But how about Carlos? You're making a comeback. How's that feel?
Oh, man, I can't wait to choke this up. But no, I've been working hard, saving my picks, and I feel like I'll be able to finish this season strong.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I was looking at my picks and who I have available. I kind of spread mine out like butter, and it's not paying off as I'm towards the bottom half there. But so there's a lot on the line here again tonight, and it should be pretty interesting. We're going to get ready as practice is complete. I believe the guy who was fastest on the chart was Cooper Johnson. I didn't see if anyone beat him at the end. Cooper Johnson was fastest. Tyler Fode was second fastest, but now it's kind of go put up or shut up time as you see cars going out to qualify. Group qualifying here tonight, and Cameron, what's kind of the thing you're going to expect to see here tonight? You know, generally, Homestead Miami, you run that high side. It's kind of the Kyle Larson line. It's going to be probably the popular line tonight. But is there any chances we're going to see that bottom line work maybe in a situation for saving tires?
You know, I was actually talking to some of the drivers earlier, and I think that low side is actually going to be where they want to run for the first, 20, 30 laps of the run. Actually, these small fuel cells, they don't have a lot of, I think it's 35 laps is what I heard on fuel, so they're probably going to want to save those tires for about 20 laps and then probably, move up a little bit and start going for it. But I can tell you that high side in turns 1 and 2 on the restarts is where you want to be, because you can get up get up right next to the wall, floor the car, and it will just stick, and you'll get that huge run down the backstretch. So maybe some lane choice will be coming into play later in the race.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for multi-groove racing. It'll be interesting to see where these drivers pick and choose, as we already are seeing here in qualifying a couple of different lines. But kind of as you said here, as you were talking about, that high line coming in and not maybe the first couple laps of a run. I can't remember who we just had on that shot there, but looked like he got a little loose on that top side. Is that kind of what the drivers were saying? It's a little uncontrollable up there in the early stages of the run?
Yeah, the thing with this package is you have so much downforce and you don't have enough power to counteract that. So when you do get the car hanging out on the outside, it really is at the edge of control. And if it snaps, you're not going to be able to save it hard. As you see right there off of turn 2, I think that's one of the 3Y cars that got a little loose hit the wall, and it's just there's not a lot of room to save it here.
Yeah, not a lot of room when you save it on that, or when you're running on that outside. And you see side by side, that's not going to be a good qualifying lap for either. Ooh, we got Seth Rawls in the wall as well. But I think seeing these cars fan out, it should be a fun one to watch. And there
two of the shift cars putting up identical lap times right there. Gilberto Gomera in the shift 2 car, and then Seth and his big teammate in the main shift car, same lap time there.
Yeah, or second and third, but Tyler Fode, I believe, making his. Vic might have to correct me on this. I think this is his second start, or third start. It's halves. Come on, second night. You know,
believe we last saw him at Bristol Dirt. It was, and he's really gonna play spoiler here tonight. He's got a fast car, and of course the guys up in the points like Nick and Delicato, James Watson, they're gonna want to beat him, but they also don't want to beat themselves trying to beat him. They want to get out there and probably get max points and max momentum going into the chase.
And you got to wonder too, for some of these guys on the outside looking in too, that might need to get a win to get them to punch their ticket into the as me and Matthew call them, the chase offs. And hold the phone, Carlos. Do you believe in miracles? It happened. I'm sorry. Stop the presses. Stop everything. There it is.
What did it
cost? Number 52. What did it cost?
It costed us to see Justin's messy bed.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it. I love it. And
it's Leaf.
You
can see Leaf right here. Let's see who else we can see. Isabella, Tom Nook, and then the little Nooklins.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful scheme. I've been waiting for it for man. I mean, what week are we in here? The 9th or 10th week here, and what's the official week? I feel like I should know this.
This is race 14.
13. 13. So I've been waiting 13 weeks to see a Tom Nook
No,
car,
14
and maybe
weeks. There was a
longer.
week off.
Oh yeah, see, and I was waiting during that week off. Thanks, Carlos. We see Jordan Tarble making his lap time, currently 24th on the leaderboard. But as far as anyone, Cameron, that we're seeing up here in the top 5 right now, Dylan Thomas 5th, Seth Rawls 4th, Gilberto Javier Gomera in 3rd, Ty McIntosh 2nd, and Tyler Fode on top of the leaderboard. Is there anyone kind of surprising you as far as the speed charts are concerned?
Well, I'm looking at the 10 of Ty McIntosh, because if we remember last week at Richmond, he had 2 fantastic runs going on. Probably could have won one at the halves, if we're going to be honest, and got caught up in some late race shenanigans there. But he's right up there at the cusp line. He's 11th in points. He's going to want to come out here and bring his best stuff. So I'm going to look for a lot of speed out of that car tonight.
Yeah, it should be fun as long as he keeps the dirty words out of his mouth. Maybe that makes his car a little faster running in second. But we do have our pit reporter here, Gerald Campbell, and Gerald, welcome aboard here. You've ran. You're not totally unfamiliar here with OSCA competition. It's been a bit. I believe last time you competed was probably season 1 or 2 of the truck series. But welcome aboard. You're going to be getting down and dirty, going down pit road, and seeing what the pit strategy is. Gerald, welcome.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. You guys got a really good turnout for cars turning out tonight, and excited. This is other than the start of the season, this is where the drivers get as most prepared, I guess you would say, and the most anticipated to start a race is going to be right at the start of the elimination here to try to get into the playoffs. So I'm excited to see how hard the drivers are going to go at it tonight. Homestead's one of those tracks that just provides really good racing. So I'm glad to be here with you guys. Going to do some pit reporting for you, try to get some insight from some of those drivers that are going to be on that cut line tonight that everyone's going to want to hear from, to kind of get an insight to how they're going to approach tonight. So we're going to get a little bit of that. We're going to get some good racing tonight, and can't wait to get it all started.
Yeah, I can't wait either. And we actually have one of the cars on track right now. We're showing Victor Aldrich in the 98. He's currently 40 points outside looking in. And Gerald, I heard you talk to him a little bit earlier tonight.
Yes, I did. I spoke to him, trying to get an idea as far as what his goals were going to be able to try to get into this round after 2 races. How this league does things is a little different than a lot of leagues, so drivers come into preparing for tonight race a little bit differently than they would for a normal league. This is what he had to say.
I think the primary thing is going to be consistency, just finishing the races, honestly. I know I have a lot of competition ahead of me. I'm towards the tail end of the cars that have a chance on making it in, but just hopefully I get some good luck. Some guys have some problems, and I can run that high line to maybe a top 10 and see what happens.
Yeah, so a guy that's very excited to get it going here tonight. Big opportunities for 2 races to try to get it done, and we're going to see how that all works out for him.
Yeah, and Victor Aldrich in one of the most beautiful cars out there too, as we see a David Westergreen already locked himself into the playoff position here in that number 9 car. See, Cameron, it's good to see when those South Shore guys are in relatively familiar cars.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They seem to change like week in and week out, so getting a little bit of consistency is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's it can fool me, and there you see Ty McIntosh again looking for redemption here tonight at Homestead. As we got about
such good runs going last week at Richmond, like I said, and just got caught up in. He got caught up in both races, I think, and really could have won both of them.
You know,
so he's definitely going to want to go. I think that would be me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you had the worst luck. I forgot about that.
Yeah. See, it's good I'm in the booth tonight, not in the track, but we still might have to worry about the booth like collapsing because of how bad that Richmond race went.
This is the car that can be seen from the space station.
Oh yeah.
I love those colors personally. I think if you're going to come out here and do a paint scheme, make sure everybody can see you. That car is bright.
Yeah, Vic, are we having a night race in half number 2?
Technically, both halves are night races. The first one is going to be towards sunset.
Oh, so that second one, that car is going to pop.
The second one is going to be night.
Yeah, that car is going to look awesome. Yes.
You know what?
You know what, guys?
Yeah,
I just
feel
noticed...
like the only right way here is to have a night race.
Oh, heck yeah. But by far. So I had to ask you, Carlos, I don't know if we've noticed this all year long, but talking about this time of year, Gerald was talking about this time of year, everyone's ramping up. It's just about the same as the beginning of the year, but did Nick always have gloves? Racing gloves? I don't remember ever noticing that before.
Nick and Delicado?
Yeah.
He didn't always have his camera on.
Oh, that's true.
Eating? What?
Is he singing? He's having a moment. He's having a moment. While he's having that moment, we'll get our race picks in. I don't know, Cameron. I don't know. Are you filling in for Matt? Are you sabotaging Matt? Please.
Well, okay. So race pick wise, Dallas gets to pick first, and Gerald, let's have you pick who you think's going to win tonight. I will let you know if you can pick him.
That's fine.
There's a limited.
Okay.
There's limited people that can be picked per thing per person. So
is Tyler Fody able to get picked? Might want to just
not by Dallas. Nope. Try again. Can't pick the 20 either.
Oh man, you're just gonna go down the rows here, aren't you?
You can pick the 25.
Yeah, I wrecked him in a league race earlier this week. I think it's only right if I pick Seth Rawls for the win here tonight. Didn't have I think we've gotten together 3 times this week into accidents, so I'm gonna go with Seth Rawls for tonight's race.
Well, right on. All right, next up is Goody.
Ooh, I am up next. Well, why not take that 95 car of Tyler Fody? I need to gain some points, and I think Tyler's gonna get it done for midnight.
Yeah, he can do that. Next up is me, and I didn't put a lot of thought into this because I genuinely didn't expect to be this far up. I'll be honest, I expected to have to be able to pick first. I'm gonna go with a 00. I'm gonna go with Caden Tufts. Carlos, who you got?
I'm gonna lay down all of my money on Braxton DeWeese, Mr. Popular Driver over here in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Right. And Cam, we'll let you pick for Matt.
All right, I'll pick I think Ty is going to get it done tonight.
All right, there you go.
He's feeling good about that Ty McIntosh pick. I like it.
Oh,
so with that,
being told no.
Yeah, see, and
yeah, he did. He knew.
He knew.
He pays attention.
At least someone does.
You guys go do the grid.
All right, we'll start off with the first row number 1 on the pole here for tonight's VRA League 165 here at Homestead is that number 95 of Tyler Fody. He's racing for South Shore Racing, and he's out of Jacksonville, Florida. And alongside him, it's the most popular driver on YouTube in that number 20 S2 Racing Team Ford from Miamisburg, Ohio. It is Braxton DeWeese.
You want me to continue on with it for you again?
We're doing every other row. Come on, you got it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go with the number 25 car tonight. That's going to be starting in the 3rd position. That will be Seth Rawls. Starting in 4th position tonight. And the number 10 car here will be Ty McIntosh.
You can tell you announce truck races. But anyway, next row on the inside of row number 3 in the 00 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. It's Caden Young Buck Tufts. And on the outside, starting in the 6th position in the number 99, that beautiful Miss Goodies S2 Racing Team Ford from Worcester, Massachusetts. It's the emotional support pick, Gilberto Javier Gomera.
So you know all these little starts a little bit better than me, but I know Dustin Dewar. Dustin Dewar starting in the 7th position, and in the 8th position will be Dylan Thomas.
And on the inside of row number 5 is the number 73 car for Nurse Aviator Racing from Blackwater, Queensland, Australia. It's Kynan Landshark Jones. And on the outside, starting in 10th, in the number 91 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from South St. Paul, Minnesota, it is Cooper Johnson.
I'm going to let you go through the field for the rest of the starts here because I don't have the list of all the... It would be a shame to take away from these drivers for all their sponsor shout-outs with them.
Oh, I just know Gilberto's because it's my mama's sponsor. But anyway, the inside of row number 6 in the number 35 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet, filling in for OSCA Daddy Tim Conrad, it's Zach Rogers. And on the outside of row number 6 in the number 97 Outlaw Racing Chevrolet from Virginia Beach, Virginia, it is DJ Weeks. And going back into row number 7 on the inside is going to be number 2 DGG Racing Chevrolet from Owensboro, Kentucky. It's your 2000 Busch Series champion. It's Jeff Green. And on the outside, starting in the 14th position, in the number 96 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from the dirty side of South Bend, Indiana, it's Adam Tepe. On the inside of row number 8, starting in 15th in the number 4 Shift Esports Ford from Syracuse, New York, it's your points leader, Nick Indelicato. And on the outside of him in the 16th position in the number 9 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from Schaumburg, whatever it is, Illinois, it's David Westergreen. And on the inside of row number 9 now, in the number 71 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet from Lance Harbor, was it New Jersey or New York? I got to scroll over. New Jersey. I always forget he's going to punch me in the face that I said New York. It's David If I Were a Carpenter. And on the outside of starting in the 18th position in the number 43 Holotype Watson Racing Chevrolet from Fairfield, California, it's James Watson. Going into the inside of row number 10 in the number 6 RK Motorsports Chevrolet from Princeton, North Carolina. He's back, baby. It's Zach Fine Evans. And rounding out the row number 10 on the outside in the number 52 RK Motorsports Chevrolet from Santee, California, it's Mr. Tom Nook himself, Justin Kolb. And on the inside of row number 11, we heard from him. He's got to make a Hail Mary shot to get into the playoffs tonight. In that number 98 Holotype Watson Racing Chevrolet from Phoenix, Arizona, it's Victor Aldrich. And on the outside of him, starting in the 22nd position, in the number 87 RK Motorsports Chevrolet from Inner Grove Heights, Minnesota, it's Darren Staff. What happened? What did I miss?
He's got the weird smile on and a thumbs up.
Oh, I missed that. I was looking at the. Oh, my bad. Dang it. Anyway, on the inside of row number 12, it's going to be the number 39. See another Miss Goodies Chevrolet out there for Do Good Motorsports from Thomasville, North Carolina. It's Jordan Tarble. And on the outside of him, in the number 21 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet from Hallbrook, New York. There, I got it right. It's the modified guy, Thomas Sheldon Creed Capuano. And on the inside of row number 13 in the number 26 Shift Esports Ford from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, it is Nathaniel Cherry. On the outside of row number 13 in the number 66 DGG Racing Chevrolet from Union Beach, New Jersey, it's Neil Rutt III. And going into row number 14 now, on the inside is going to be the number 13 Nurse Aviator Racing Toyota from Spartansburg, South Carolina. It is Adam Sugarmoon Peeler. And on the outside in row number 14, in the 28th position in the number 5 Weekend Woodsmen Racing Chevrolet from Rochester, Pennsylvania, is Cody. Not on track, Mr. McLean. Are any of these guys on track now? Oh yeah, we got the next guy on track. And starting in the 29th position in the number 54 Nurse Aviator Racing Toyota from Brooklyn, New York, it's Rashid Coles. And rounding out your 30-car field in the number 14 Weekend Woodsman Racing Chevrolet from Cheyenne, Wyoming, it is Alex Kenton. Woo! All right. We got through the lineups. We're good to go now here.
Yep, we are. Vic, you're being called out by Caden Tufts on the chat saying you're going to regret this because you chose him. And also, Mr. Chris DeWeese, I don't know if you were here, but I am picking that number 20 to win this first half.
I'm out of picks that I wanted to pick for the first half. Dang it!
Oh man, Caden, did you hear that? He didn't even want to pick you.
It's okay. I told Tim the same thing when he told me to pick somebody that to give him commentator's curse. So I decided I'd pick Caden because I've yet to commentate curse anyone. So
well,
last time that I picked somebody that I didn't really want to pick, they won the race. I'm just saying.
Hey. There you go.
And
we're going green this time, boys.
We're about ready to go green. Pace car will dive off. We'll start half number 1 again. 54 laps. Top 14 will invert for half number 2. Tyler Fody will lead the field to the green flag. Pace truck dives down pit road. And they wait to get to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. Tyler Fody leads the field. Most popular driver, Braxton DeWeese on the outside. We're going to see what lines they choose going into turn 1. Cameron, we're underway.
Got those three fast Ford Mustangs on the outside line. Let's see if they can get the run through 1 and 2. I think Tyler Fody is going to clear him off of turn 2 here.
Caution's
on the racetrack.
Penton.
I think might be our last place driver.
Alex Kenton rounded out the field. And is this what you were talking about, Alex? Outside. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, Rashid Cole's nowhere to go. Neil Rudd got through.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like the car just kind of hooked on some grip, and then in the wall he went. That car is definitely hurt pretty bad. You can see it crabbing there.
Yeah, it almost looked like something. Oh yeah, yep. Got to see the rear end get a little loose. Maybe a little bit of overcorrection. Might have to get Gerald down there in the Weekend Woodsman team chat there. We'd see what maybe exactly happened on the inside the 14 car.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
All right, we'll see what happens. Oh man,
it just looks like he never had control of it into the corner, and unfortunate for Rashid too, because his race is also done before really even gets started.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of guys I think who have maybe the worst luck here in OSCA competition and plays out there was the number 14 Rashid Coles again, nowhere to go, and unfortunately, yeah, that was a pretty hard hit for that 54 car. I think Gerald's back. What's the report? What happened to that 14 car?
He's reporting that the 66 blinked out in front of him and he overcorrected it and into the wall he went. So blames it on a little bit of confusion with some blinking cars in front of him.
All right. Well, interesting, because I was wondering why Neil Rutt was back there. Hearing he's working on VR, his new VR headset. So I don't know if that had some maybe connection issues that led to him kind of working his way back through the field there. But yeah, never fun. You got these guys are chomping the bit. We're just seeing the field starting to spread out, Cameron, and an unfortunate start for this race.
Yeah, and the good thing about OSCA competition here though is especially for Rashid and Alex is 30 minutes from now or so they can have another go at it and try again. But I got to ask you here, Goody, as a driver, you've been waiting all night for this race, and especially with it being a chase cutoff race, the tensions are high as a driver. when you are coming to the green and you get the green flag and then you get like an immediate caution, that is really kind of it takes the wind out of the sails a little bit for the race. It's like, you've been waiting for that green flag and you want to get going, and then when it's that early, it really just kind of, at least for me, I don't know about you, but that's how I've always seen those early green flags.
You could take it one of two ways, and I would agree that sometimes you get ramped up and it's just kind of depressing, as we are getting the one to go to green here as well. But sometimes that, I'm kind of like Tommy Boy, when he's I killed the muffin or whatever he did. I don't know if you guys are too young to watch Tommy Boy, but either way, I'm JoJo the Indian Boy, and I killed a pretty new pet. So sometimes, getting a caution just kind of gets you to collect yourself again and maybe ramp it down a little bit, especially if you got a little loose going into the corner, or messed up on the restart. It could be a chance to kind of get your bearings one more time and get an Act 2 here, as we're going to see Act 2 play out as Tyler Fode, our leader, chooses the outside line in that number 95.
Interesting choice there. I think I didn't think the outside got going as well as I would have thought on the first restart, but I think he has something in mind, so we'll see what he does here through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, I wonder if it's he's got a lot of, there's no teammates behind him, a lot of those Shift Esports Fords behind him, as they're getting ready to go green, and the green flag is out. Tyler Fode, see where he's going to pick and choose his line. It was a great restart. He could pick his line right on the bottom if he wants to, going into 1 and 2.
Got a wad of Shift Ford Mustangs behind him, which is exactly what he wants to see, but it looks like they're getting themselves single file. Caden Tuff's on the inside. He's looking to make a move on Seth Rawls. And I think we have some 3 wide in the back that our points leader, Nick and Delicato, probably doesn't want to be in that situation, but he has nothing really to lose at this point either. So he's going to go for it, I would think.
Yeah, it's one of those last chances to pick up a win. I believe, normally, last season we've seen Nick and Delicato dominate. Oh, Gilberto, I think, kissed the wall coming out of turn 4 there. And he's going to lose a couple spots as he's going to drop outside the top 10. He's back into the 13th position. And
not what he needed.
Ooh, with 3 wide, Carpenter and Westergreen.
Westergreen on the apron, but he's going to keep it straight.
He's going to keep it straight, keep on rolling, man, oh man. And now Dylan Thomas and Javier Gomera battling it out side by side. But you've seen how close the 71 of Dave Carpenter and Westergreen got going into that corner. And probably a little bit more wheel than Westergreen wanted to put into it. One, he was getting on throttle and got a little loose there, as we are now on lap 7 of 54. Cameron, do you know? Ooh.
Yeah, close battle here with Caden going for 3rd place, but I think got a little loose down on the bottom side.
Now Seth Rawls going to peek on the inside. He's trying to battle for that 4th position. Did you get any word on what the fuel run is for these guys tonight?
Yeah, it was looking to be about 30 to 35 laps, so we're probably going to see if it goes green. If it goes green, is
yeah, that's
hate that, but about halfway is probably where they would want to pit. All things considered.
Yeah, we'll see how if we get to that point, we'll see how the fuel strategy will pay off. And ooh, there's a car darting around lanes. That's Cooper Johnson in that relatively new paint scheme, that 91. Very interesting paint scheme there for Cooper.
Solidly in the chase. I think he's a P3, but I think he only has the 1 win at Bristol, so he wants to come out here and get some more points.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back. 3 4 trucks. Cars around.
Oh, Zach Evans
someone on the lip.
I think someone was flipping. Oh, they're still rolling. Oh no. I think Westergreen involved James Watson in the wreck as well. Watson missing the whole front bumper there. Evans, Carlos, how do you think your car's looking there? Not as good as it once was. And here we'll look at the 3-wide TV replay.
You can see that coming here. There was just multiple cars just tapping each other.
Capuano, Tepe, whoa!
Tepe
Victor Aldrich. Victor Aldrich got contact, something he did not need. And man, what the heck was up with Tepe's car? I believe.
All right, guys. Here, I'm gonna advise you guys to, if you're sensitive to rapid movements, please look away.
Yeah, prone to seizures.
That's what it is.
Close your eyes. Yeah. Oh man, what the heck happened here? Did he hit? Well, did he hit a glitch in the
That right there is the old
Feels-
damage model on
So-
full display, folks.
So okay, so go to an outside camera and show the 39
Oh,
right before Tepe goes
39.
flipping. 39.
I think we're getting Gerald. Oh, did he hit him just at the right spot? Oh man. Seen Sherry getting in the back of Tepe.
Oh,
What the heck? I'm sorry, Adam. That's not funny. But holy man, I believe this is like the second or third week in a row. Tepe, oh, he's grinding on the wall. He's had some tough luck here as we see some cars coming down pit road too.
And yeah, he didn't need that. He was P7 in the points, pretty close. So if some of the others below him have really good races, he might be in trouble.
he's the
Yeah,
first
that's,
driver not locked in, right?
I believe
Yes, sir.
that yep, okay, yep.
Yeah, I just got back with talking to Tepe there. Not happy. He says he has been involved with Tom on another occasion, so not happy with Tom. He says he's still flipping, even all the way to the to the next
pit road.
race. He's gonna to pit road. He's gonna go ahead and flip to the next race essentially, but not happy is the driver. Not quite sure what happened there. He said, but he's gonna just try to forget about it.
From flipping
Yeah, and-
out
and
of the
you'll
race to flipping off the Tom.
Yeah, it might come down to that. I believe I can't remember. There's been several incidents. I believe back in Monza, I think those two drivers got together. And was it last week at Richmond too that they got together?
They've been together multiple times this season. I'm not going to tell you every single race, but this is about the fourth race.
I will
was
insert
it?
myself into saying that I did get together with one of those drivers last week myself. So it's a
Or maybe that's
fun time all around.
That may be what I'm thinking of as well. So, yeah. Anyway, a tough break there for that 96, as you said, Cameron. Maybe not really sweating bullets. Coming in here to half number one, just probably thinking as long as they make it, as long as I finish the race, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. I'm probably gonna end up with a top 15, something like that. But now things are getting a little bit hairier for that 96 car.
Yeah, because if you're coming into a race not super excited about it, maybe I'm gonna get a mid run. A P12, P13 is a lot better than P27 in the garage. So, it's one of those times where you just don't need something like that to happen. And there's no way he's gonna get that car back out on the track with the and be able to make any type of speed with as many times as he flipped over.
One
Yeah,
driver that I like to mention there that does need something happening for him is Dustin Dewar. They're having a really good run in sixth. I think he's one of those drivers that's on the cut line. I spoke to him a little earlier on in the race. This is what Dusty had to say about his chances for tonight.
As I stated in the past, the rest of the season is about checkered flags. Whether I make the points or not, I'm chasing victories. Tyler Fode's got the fastest car in the garage all weekend, so he's going to be the tough one to beat tonight. But go out there, give it my all, try to win both halves, and get myself in a playoff position. And if I can't do it, hopefully the teammates can.
So Dusty looking pretty good, solid right now in the top six.
Doing exactly what he needs to do. He got that win last week at Richmond, and he's I think 15th in the points right now. But of course, somebody in front of him just had trouble, so anything can happen.
And that's basically what needed to happen as we are 1 to green now. You needed one of those guys that weren't locked in, that were in to have a rough night. We see Gilberto up there. You see Ty McIntosh up in third. So there's now that opening, and with Dustin Dewar in sixth, there's definitely an opportunity there.
And one thing I noticed here on the restart is we have 4 shift Mustangs there on the bottom line. Got the DeWeese, we got McIntosh, Rawls, and Delgado all in a row. So I wonder if that might help them on the restart, because Tyler Fode, he's shown that he's got these restarts down. He's been getting really good jumps off the line. Will they be able to do anything with him?
Yeah, we're gonna find out here as the pace truck's gonna dive down pit road. We'll see if Tyler Fode can get that good jump once they get in the Geico restart zone. And there they go. I think another great jump by Fode. Ooh, looks like, well, one car's getting out of line there. I think it was damaged car of Kenton in the back of the pack. But Fode, another good jump. Braxton DeWeese will hold on to that second spot while the Caden Tufts is in a battle with that 10 car of Ty McIntosh. And we're talking about a lot of these guys with that pressure on the outside looking in. Ty McIntosh, especially as you said, with that race-winning car in half number 1 at Richmond last week, he's got to be hungry for a victory here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta wonder how, with the guys like Rawls, he's locked in. Ooh, yeah, that was a pretty close right there. Like Seth Rawls, he's locked into the chase. Do you think he's gonna maybe try to help his teammates out a little bit? Maybe Gomera or McIntosh help them, give them breaks on the track, maybe something like that. Maybe not like let them go, but give them a little bit more room so they can.
Caution!
Oh god, no,
Caution's
Josh on the
out.
racetrack.
Oh. You can see the disclosure. Oh no! It is my worst nightmare.
2
And
RP
it's
Motorsports
Carlos'
cars
row.
right there.
But it's for Carlos. But that one, I mean Zach, I feel bad. Don't think I don't, Zach. But it's the Tom Nook car. It's the Animal Crossing's car. We'll look at the 3-wide TV replay.
I think I need to stop talking because every time I stop talking about something, and something happens on the racetrack. So.
Oh man!
That's
Oh,
the
and Carpenter.
second caution in a row. One of my cars has been hit because another driver lost control. And this sucks for Justin because while he is the only qualified driver in RKM that's eligible for the chase-offs for the driver standings, his car is only 16 points off of the drivers' chase-offs. So he's just desperately trying to get that car into position. This is not going to help him out.
Yeah, and that's where you make your money there. And well, the other bad thing too is that 71. I don't know how hard if we can get a look and see how hard that 71 car hits the inside wall. Again, one of those guys on the outside looking in. Oh boy, and nowhere to go really for Carpenter. He might be okay, but definitely not a position, Cameron, that he wants to be put in right now.
Absolutely, and Watson, good thing that he's locked in too. He has had one heck of a race so far. Barely got by that one, and I think does he have damage on his car, Watson? I think he does not have a front end.
Yeah, he does not have a front bumper after the first caution.
Oh yeah.
Zach Evans, he just locked her down.
Yeah,
missed everything.
He missed everything. He just locked it
Okay.
down. Too much rear brakes.
Too much rear brakes. I'm okay with that. But Gerald, I see you're back from the pits. What do you got for us?
So essentially, he just got hit from behind. Pretty much what we had saw there. He's okay. He says that the damage is going to only be in the back. He feels like it's still repairable. Just a little hard to pass out there, and kind of set it up to where everyone's just on top of each other. So he says that it won't be an issue. He's going to be able to keep going on to try to get back up there. But overall, he said make sure. Justin, sorry about that. In the 52, your guy over there, Goody, says that you owe him 1,000 bells on Animal Crossing, so I'm not sure.
Yep.
No,
That's fair.
He's got the paint. You owe him at this point.
My mom, she plays Animal Crossing. I'm sure she can maybe loan me a few bells there for him. But did you ask him if Tom was okay?
No, I didn't ask him about Tom, but
come on, man.
I was more concerned about his Animal Crossing guys on his car, and he said
that's who Tom is.
Animal Crossing. Yeah, Tom's the main.
I don't play Animal Crossing. I don't know.
Oh man, you're missing out on
I'm missing out. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't played since the GameCube version, so I can't say too much though.
Oh boy, GameCube, man, you're stating your age. I mean, people are not going to believe that you're on a live streaming event or anything like that when you're making remarks of GameCube and the Blues Brothers and everything else back in the day.
And that's the thing. I was in high school when the GameCube was out, so there's that.
Jesus.
So
oh boy.
I'm glad we got 2 drivers in here because I wanted to ask you all a question. Everybody's favorite word when we're racing: strategy. Okay, because we're on lap 18, and we know you can go 30 to 35 laps on fuel. So, do any of the guys in the back maybe try to pit now and go the rest of the race without stopping again?
I was going to ask Gerald here.
They can make it. They can make it from this point on as long as it's not a green light checker.
Oh,
They're going to be
right.
18 laps short.
Oh yeah, so for some of the guys who haven't pitted, maybe hoping for a few more caution laps. So that kind of nips the strategy in the bud a little bit there. But I think I would have tried to take it. At least this caution, I would have probably took some fuel if I knew it was going to be close. Gerald, what were you thinking?
I don't know. You've seen how many cautions have been brought out so far, and it doesn't look like it's nearly going to stop. I don't think these guys are too concerned on fuel right now. I think they're just going to try to wait to save the tires a little bit here, but we'll have to see. Just gonna have to wait to long green flag run to make these guys really want those tires.
We definitely have seen it's not safe in the back whatsoever.
Well, and that's the thing. I believe me and Matthew last week were talking about that too. It's kind of the damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, because now you could for surely make it if you did pit, but now you're going to be back in that kind of vortex of trouble happening. So we'll see how it plays out. As we'll take the green flag once they hit lap number 20 of 54.
Fody took the bottom this time.
Yeah, I was just going to say Fody's interesting enough. He's teaming up with the Chevy on the inside, Caden Tufts.
That double zero's been fast, so we got to look for him on the restart.
Yeah, he's looking pretty sporty out here tonight as they get to the Geico restart zone. And wow, I was just saying,
not a good restart.
I was saying, didn't look like it was good as his other ones, but man, oh man, he shot like a rocket out there going down into turn number 1. And Caden Tufts and Braxton DeWeese left to fight for second place. And
he's gonna get it done.
Yeah, wow, he made that power move, and I was talking to Dewar before the race a little bit. He said he thought the Highline worked better in 1 and 2, but man, Caden made the bottom work in 1 and 2 pretty well there.
Absolutely, he went through that the middle of the corner like he did not lift at all, and now the shift cars are all in a bunch right behind him. So pretty good to have that there.
Yeah, it's good to have those Fords behind him now, but. One guy I noticed we just saw here quickly on the camera, Dustin Dewar on the restarts, not having the best of runs. We just talked about him being in 6th position. He's fallen all the way back now into now 9th position, battling that number 89 of Dylan Thomas, and definitely something he didn't need to see here. Trying to maximize on every point possible with the trouble that Adam Tepe just had.
Yeah, and Ty McIntosh, either he got tied off at turn 2 and lost about 4 spots, and he is still under attack from that 89 of Dylan Thomas.
Yeah, now that's kind of the vortex position starting back there, but oh man, we got almost 3 wide action going on here as Braxton DeWeese is going to battle Caden Tufts for that second spot. Look at Seth Rawls, is he pushing that double zero? He was getting pretty close to that back bumper.
Yeah, that's the thing with this package. You can really just kind of push anywhere, and we're on board here with the 4 of Seth Rawls. He actually has his teammate below him, but he's going to get that big run off the high side here and squeeze right next to Braxton DeWeese. You see him pull up right behind that double zero. He's getting a little tight right now because he's in the wake of that double zero, but he's really hanging that outside pretty well. But he's going to have to watch out to make sure he doesn't burn up his tires up there too.
And that's, I was going to say, something we seen last week for that 25 car at Richmond. He was burning that top side and making it work, and maybe just left his tire a little bit too much of his tires on the racetrack, as he does now move in that 2nd position. But Caden Tufts, the one beautiful thing here about Miami Speedway, the multi-groove racing crossovers, and now Rawls is going to be in that high side, see if we can get that run, or is the slide job going to happen here for Caden? These guys are just
too much beans. In the wall, I think. Too much beans.
Yep, too much beans in the wall. Caden Tufts might be in danger of losing a couple more spots now. Got to get.
Don't look now, but I think PPI Motorsports brought back that Jeff Green's championship-winning car, because that 2 is flying. He is up to 4th place, and my goodness, he passed. Oh, he's in the wall. I spoke too soon. I am so sorry, Jeff Green.
Oh no!
That's a third car.
Oh man, he got Neil Rutt in there, his teammate. Oh my goodness!
I got to stop tonight.
Welcome to the announcer's jinx world, there, Cameron. You are now in the club. We'll look at the 3 wide TV replay here.
Daryl,
oh man,
you let this man know that Cameron Rich has ruined his race.
He was having such a good run. Dude, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you go down there, Cameron Rich. Whew. It looked like, did he get a little loose? We'll have to see what Gerald comes up with there. It looked like he got a little loose on corner exit and just had no room with Dylan Thomas below him to correct the car.
Yeah, it definitely just looks like he got a little out of shape and just didn't have the room to correct it. Now, I don't know if it's just, late season championship race vibes, or trying to get in the chase, but there is not a lot of give and take out there tonight.
Yeah, and a guy again. I think the guy in one of the better shapes. Some of these guys that were on the outside looking in. We saw Victor Aldrich having some issues. We've seen Dustin Dewar falling back a little bit. Dave Carpenter get involved in a wreck as well, and now Jeff Green. So all these guys that needed to have good nights, not shaping out so well for them. I believe we do have. Well, you have Gerald back. What'd you get?
Jeff Green just kind of disappointed with how things turned out. Just got a little bit into the wall with how these things are handled, and just ended up getting tapped, and around he went. So he doesn't blame the broadcast booth too badly, but he don't talk about him when he makes his way up through the field, because he says he's got nothing to lose for the next race. He's going to let it all hang out. So
love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
For the next one.
So top 3 drivers stayed out. Technically 4, but I think Darren is going to go down pit road.
And I believe those other cars, obviously Carpenter and Kolb, involved in a previous caution. I believe Cooper was one of the first guys down pit road. These guys have previously came down pit road, so they're not running on the 27-lap old tires. Oh, I was going to say, where'd he go? I saw Adam Peeler in the interview waiting, because I believe he was involved in that last...
He might be disappointed in himself. He might not want to talk.
That happens. But hey, you know what? Sugar Moon Creations, go check them out for Adam Peeler. I know he would have said that. And
they actually I think there's like 6 new items on the Etsy store, including a Adam Musk. If you're curious,
he was talking about the Adam Musk. Yeah.
If you're curious about that, if you want if you want your room to smell like Adam Peeler.
Yeah. I gotta ask you, Vic. Were you curious enough?
I don't know that I'm curious enough about what another dude smells like. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm weird enough where I'm sitting there like no, I don't want to know. And then I'm like, God damn it, I kind of
apparently it smells like cologne. That's all I know about it.
Oh, it's like date night, Adam.
Kind of. That's apparently whatever his wife thinks he smells like. Apparently, it is not cow manure, from my understanding.
I'm gonna assume it smells like Sex Panther. Like 50% of the time, it works every time.
Sure.
I don't think I'd want to ask my wife, because she told me the other day, she's like, where you race? It smells like sweat. Like, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I guess it makes sense though, right?
Yeah. You know what? People sometimes like, hey, you virtually race. Man, last night running in a league race, I did not smell fresh by the end of that. Part of it was from work and then hopping on the sim, but yeah, it was sweaty. It was not good.
Just the other week, I ran the virtual Coca-Cola 600 for the Gen 4 cars, big race, I can tell you that my arms didn't work right for 3 days after that, because we had like a 250 lap green run or something like that.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
and RTP and pro drivers, that was intense.
Yeah, that's that could be a long road there, but we get 1 lap to go to green. Gerald, what do you have for us? I seen you were down cruising through the pits. Maybe not. Gerald's got nothing.
Well, this is going to be an interesting restart, especially for Fody.
Oh, no, we got you.
Yeah, perfect. Sorry. I spoke to Peeler there. He just wanted to make a public announcement. He was apologizing to the 52 for earlier on. He had nowhere to go. Disappointed. He was from 27th all the way into the top 10, working his way. He's going to try next time around for the next race, but wanted to make a shout out to go to his creations, his wax creations on Etsy. I think Sugar Moon on creations on Etsy. Go ahead and go down there and take a look at some of his wax that he has.
Yeah, and you can smell like you have your room smell like Adam Peeler. Go to Sugar Moon's Creations on Etsy today.
I'm sold.
Damn, your wife is calling you out on the YouTube chat.
Oh, I love it. I'll
deal with that later.
Yeah, I want to hear after we get this restart. We're gonna have to hear what she said. Cooper Johnson, though, staying out on those old tires, gets a great restart over Justin Kolb, who does have that little bit of damage from the previous caution. And how about this Tyler Fody already back into that second position? He's going to try to work on the outside of his teammate. Ooh, but Cooper throws the block. And there goes Fody. I think it's just gonna be too much for Cooper to hold off that 95 right now.
Yeah, Cooper himself, I think he was like P6, P7 before the pit. So what he wants to do is he wants to just stay out here and try to stay up as far as he can with those old tires. He's actually holding on really well against Tyler on the bottom. I don't think he's going to hold it here, but what he wants to do is just keep that car straight and keep it pretty much where he's at right now and save what he has left.
Yeah, and certainly trying to run that bottom, save a little bit of tires. And holy crap, what a run by that 20 of Braxton DeWeese. Trying to make that move for second and almost got into our leader Tyler Fody. You can see the hand movements there in the in-car cam. Now he's burning. These guys are running a little bit lower lines now, running that bottom. They're really getting that to hook up so far. As Tyler Fody's gonna hold on to that lead over Braxton DeWeese. We hit 23 laps to go here in half number 1. Again, the top 14 cars will invert for half number 2. As we see a battle there between Zach Rogers and Justin Kolb. That's for a top 5 for the 5th spot. But Carlos, I got to ask you, what did Cam's wife say?
She said that's not all I said, Cam, implying that she said that Cam smelled worse than just sweat.
Ooh.
Tyler Fody just ran the fastest lap of the race.
Wow. And Braxton DeWeese obviously right on his bumper, right behind. Now he ran his fastest lap.
Oh yeah, just updated, yeah.
The race, yeah, just updated.
Those two are pretty evenly matched. I think if Braxton can get up to Tyler, it'll be a battle. But Tyler has been pretty perfect so far.
If Braxton if Braxton DeWin wins again tonight, that would make me picking the driver 3 times in a row. And Cam, not Cam, excuse me, Vic, I believe that might be a record.
Would it be 4 times in a row? Didn't you pick the half number 2 winner the week before? I can't remember now.
Did it? No, I don't think I picked the half 2 winner the week before. I swept last week, and then the week before, I don't think
I have a battle for the lead here.
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of, here we go. And
yeah,
I was gonna say, I gotta wonder if they're gonna ring the bell like Chase Elliott.
For the record, the answer to the question is no. He did not pick the half 2 winner at Motegi. And I don't know that I've kept track of how many people you picked that win in a row, to be honest. I'm sure we'll call it a record, though.
Yeah, we're going to, if it happens. Now you jinxed him, Carlos. But Cameron, go ahead with what you got.
Oh, it's all good. What I like from the 20 here is that he was able to keep speed with the 95, but keeping it lower on the track, at least, before this last lap. But I think Fody might have been playing with him there, so... we'll have to see if he just starts driving away here, or if that 20 actually is able to keep pace up.
I'll be curious to run that. I mean, it's about, like you said, about a half a groove up. If that's going to wear out his tires a little bit more than that 20 car of Braxton DeWeese, is they currently about 0.3 of a second behind, a little under that. Trying to stay within touch there, but Seth Rawls 3rd, Cooper Johnson 4th, and Zach Rogers filling in for OSCA Daddy. And hold on, wasn't OSCA Daddy Tim Conrad? Wasn't he on vacation or something this week?
He's on a road trip to Wyoming right now.
Oh, is he doing some hunting?
Yeah, he's gonna go hunt in Wyoming and then go to North Dakota and then Kansas. And nice. He will be back. So he will be missing this week and next week.
All right, I'm a little jealous of that. Wyoming did some hunting out there. It's a pretty good time. I enjoyed it. A lot of prairie dogs.
Yeah, you know where you'll be able to check out all those hunting clips that they're gonna get?
Ooh, tell me.
Is Weekend Woodsman on YouTube.
Boom, on YouTube.
Boom, series sponsor right there. What a plug.
Hey man, that was smooth. We did it. I love it. But anyway, Braxton DeWeese, Cameron, he's closing in again. He's making another charge. I wonder, is it cat and mouse, and who's the cat, who's the mouse in this scenario?
It's hard to say because with Fody out there in the lead, of course, he has the clean air, so he has the most downforce on his car and should, theoretically have the best handling car. But if Braxton can kind of stick it up there under Fody's spoiler, it can maybe get him a little loose and out of the way.
Yeah, I think he's definitely close enough. And what it looks like, too, it almost looks like Fody's pushing up a little bit more on corner exit, if he's going to burn that right front more or not. But if anyone can handle it, is that 95 of Tyler Fody. But Braxton DeWeese doing all he can to put that pressure on him. As we look on the 3-wide TV multicam, and I got to say, that's Cameron. That's you. But Dave Carpenter Intent. We've seen him getting that wreck, hit the inside wall. What a rebound for that 71 car.
Yeah, he is charging to the field, actually making. It looks like he might be making a move here on. Is that Gilberto? On the inside. I don't think he's. Oh no, that's a 32. Sorry.
That's Dustin Dewar. So another guy he's battling for.
Whoa! Caution is out.
Spot Capuano goes around. The 21 car of Thomas Capuano brings out our 5th caution here of half number 1.
Interestingly enough, he never really went around fully, just kind of like 2 side spins. But
yeah, I thought maybe the green. Yeah, I thought the green could have stayed out there. We'll see what happens if it was just trying to figure out that high line, getting in the wall.
Too much beans. They don't run the high side in modifieds. So
yep, so that's a little new. Unless you're running a dirt modified, which is not his forte.
Oh.
No.
I don't know. I don't know anything about dirt. I don't even know. I am not a dirt.
Okay, Goody and I know plenty about dirt.
That's right. Ooh. The old Red Cedar Speedway.
Did a good job not spinning it fully around. Just kept it straight.
Everyone pit road.
Oh, we have one guy staying out. The cheese stands alone, and it's the cheesehead of Dustin Dewar.
Is he going to get the cheesehead of the race award?
Well, I've noticed with Dustin
from Wisconsin out there.
I've noticed with Dustin, one of the things I like about him and I respect as a driver is he is always willing to play alternate strategies, no matter what. And I think that is a good trait to have.
Yeah, it's always good to kind of hang it out there, you know, especially if you want to try to better your situation. He's running in that 10th position, and you know, again with a lot of the guys that he's battling with, Gilberto, I think he was running right around there with Ty McIntosh up in 4th. He kind of had to break away that cycle, and you know it could blow up in his face, but definitely not scared to take some chances here. Gerald, we might have to go down to the do-good pits and see what Dustin Dewar's thoughts are.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick.
How about we don't even do that? Why don't we just dial them up?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, let's bring them on up, Gerald.
Let's just dial them up. I got you.
Oh yeah.
Was. So I guess my goal is
we dial up the number 32 car.
Yeah, Dustin Dewar. This is the 3-wide TV booth. You got a copy.
I got you loud and clear, boys. How are you doing up there in the booth?
Oh, not too bad, buddy. You know, Cameron was saying what he likes about you. I'm gonna put this bluntly. He likes how you hang your balls out there. You like taking alternate strategies. What's kind of the thinking here in that 32 Memory Lanes Chevrolet?
I struggle on the short runs, and I wasn't going to win it from 9th place there. And I get it's about as finishing as high as I can, and I think I can still maintain a top 10 here with this car. And who knows, I catch a couple yellows right here, I might have this one in the bag.
Ooh, I like it. Rolling those die one more time. And, you know, again, you got to look, you've seen some trouble with Adam Peeler early on in the event. He's a guy that could be in danger once the night's through. But the main guys you're battling is that 10 car who's going to be restarting in 3rd. And then you do have Gilberto who'll be restarting back in 11th. Is that just kind of trying to stay ahead of those boys here in half number 1?
I mean, yeah, but that's doesn't come into play at all. It's just about trying to get a victory here.
Yeah, you did say that you wanted those victories here tonight, and shaping up good right now. If you can hang on for about once we get going green. Did we get one to go?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I took the outside here. I don't know if that was the right choice, but we're gonna find out.
Hey, man, go let it hang all on the line, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe me and Rocket Man Seth Rawls can put on another show for you.
Heck yeah, the 1-2 in half number 1 last week, and yeah, hopefully you can do the same here this week. Sorry, that was
so
Dustin Dewar.
I don't like this strategy. I don't think it's gonna work. It's just way too many laps, and based on some of the other guys that stayed out in old tires, even tires that are only 5 laps old, I don't think it's gonna work out. But to note, Dewar stayed out. Rawls, Rogers, and McIntosh each took either right side tires or no tires. And then the first driver with a full 4 set of tires is Tyler Fody. Or Braxton DeWeese.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Fodi and Deweese sharing row number 3 there, so we'll see how they can charge through the field here as the pace truck's going to get ready to dive off as they're just starting to exit turn 4. But I think the big thing Dusty's got to hope for is, I think, a lot of cautions as the pace truck dives down pit road, waiting to get the Geico restart. He's going to hope for a good restart here too with those old tires. He gets a pretty good jump. Yeah,
he got a pretty good jump there. What he needed to do was get away as quickly as possible, and he did it.
And Fodi, what he's got to hope for, he's got to move through the field. He's diving down, making it 3 wide into turn number 1. And he's taking chances, Cam.
Absolutely. The 20 actually beat him off pit road, but he got a much better restart through 1 and 2. So Fodi was able to get through
to third. The 35.
Ooh. Looks like
3 wide here.
Okay, yeah, 3 wide. With his sister teammate there for the Shift Esports and S2 Racing Ford. Dustin Dewar trying all he can to hold on. He's going to choose that outside. Seth Rawls looking to rocket the bottom. He doesn't want to be the bridesmaids again. I wonder if that's
it's all over for Dustin. He's already lost that lead, and he's going to start dropping back now because he's got past him, and McIntosh can be on the way too.
Yeah, he's got to try to hold. His goal was hanging in that top 10. He's got to put up as big of a fight as he can, but I think we saw it there too, Cam. It looked like he was pushing pretty hard on corner exit compared to these other guys.
Close there. Ooh. There was almost some contact there with the 10 and the 32 off of turn 4, but now they're 3 wide with the 20 of Deweese. Now, 91 of Cooper Johnson, he can't go anywhere behind him. He's on new tires. He's gonna want to. Dustin got shoved up the track there in turns 1 and 2. He's losing all of his spots right now.
Yeah, it might be a tall task for him to hang on to that top 10 spot as. Now he's under fire, and I think he's going to quickly lose that battle for the 6th position with Zach Rogers. We'll see.
Now, what Dustin needs to do right now is not get himself in trouble and wrecked, because they're all aggressive around him, and he's just kind of in the way now with those tires.
Yeah, that would be the worst situation for him indeed. He's about a good half a second off of a lot of the guys he's running around, but now. Rocket Man Seth Rawls does lose that lead to Tyler Fodi, but he's going to try digging as hard as he can. And you know what? I was thinking about 4 races in a row. Was it not Seth Rawls who finished like 3-4 weeks in a row, 2nd place?
He did finish 2nd at both Richmond events.
Yeah, and I think
it's around Fodi off of turn 4. Good move for him.
Oh, and he's throwing a block. Oh, they hang on. Man, oh man, these guys are battling out like it's last lap. We still got 7 laps to go. With these 2 guys running as hard as they can, will Braxton Deweese have a chance to win this race?
And then what if they all get in trouble, and then the 10 of Ty McIntosh and then Cooper Johnson behind him, they're definitely looking in too. But good battle here between Rawls and Fodi. They are giving each other plenty of room. I think Fodi's going to get it here off of turn 4 because Rawls a little bit too high off the corner. He's going to be under fire from Deweese now.
Ooh, but a good run for Seth Rawls out of corner exit and powers down the backstretch, trying to make that high line work. He's going to do his best Kyle Larson impression and see if he can make a charge to that lead. But Deweese though, oh man, he's getting such a good run on the inside, actually be able to out drag race his teammate there.
Ooh, Cooper Johnson, look at that dive under Ty into turn 3. That was a send. He's going to make it work.
Doing a little bit of slide job and almost getting a slide job in front of Seth Rawls there too, as they still battle for that 3rd position. But with all that going on, Tyler Fodi looks like he's pulling away here a little bit with 5 laps to go.
Don't look now, but Dylan Thomas and DJ Weeks, the fellow Virginian, he is, both of them are in this battle a little bit too. After the side-by-side up in front of them, they were able to catch up.
Yeah, kind of coming out of nowhere. I feel like DJ Weeks, no matter what, that's kind of his MO is just coming out of nowhere. We don't really mention him a lot, and then he's up there for a top 5 and looking pretty good in that number 97 Outlaw Racing Chevrolet.
Looks like it's pretty smooth sailing for Tyler, but Braxton is not letting him get away too much. Tyler actually had a bit of a bigger lead a couple laps ago, so I'd say the 20 is running him down a little bit.
And this is pretty similar to the distance he was back to start that battle on that last green flag run. About 0.3 of a second back, and we've seen Braxton close that gap, get right back on that bumper, and now it's go time. And yeah, just a little bit, but he's gonna have to start making some bigger hay here And with 3 laps to go, this is put up or shut up time for both Fody and DeWeese.
Right behind Braxton, they are getting pretty racy behind them. DJ Weeks, Ty McIntosh, and Seth Rawls were almost 3 wide there off turn 2. And I saw somebody get sideways. I'm not sure who it was, but they kept it straight.
Keeping it straight, Seth Rawls trying to hang on for what he can here on that 97. Now with 2 more laps to go. Battling hard. One thing I think Fody does not want to see is a caution coming out. He wants to take that next flag, the white flag, to get that victory. And
you know who does want to see a caution, though?
Who's that?
Justin Dewar. He just dropped 20th.
Yeah, 20. That strategy definitely did not pay off for him, but something to table. So, take a chance.
The moment he said he didn't want to sit there in 9th and wanted to try something different, I knew, oh no, this man's gonna drop way worse than 9th.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going by how the race was in the beginning, with a little bit, a little wrecky, here and there, it would have been a good assumption to make. But sometimes you just don't get the brakes, and the race does go green.
As we're gonna see this race finish under green, as Tyler Fody has a half a second lead over Braxton DeWeese as they're going into 3 and 4 for the final time. And here comes Tyler Fody in that number 95. He can coast to the victory now. He's going to win half number 1 of the VRA 162.
Cooper Johnson made a big move on Braxton DeWeese, but could not get it done through 3 and 4.
Yeah, your top 5, Tyler Fody, Braxton DeWeese, Cooper Johnson, DJ Weeks in 4th, and Ty McIntosh. Just what he needed, what the doctor ordered, rounds out your top 5.
It's going to be a good points day for him around his rivals. Let's see if he can do it again in half number 2.
Yeah, and for the most part, just kind of looking back at the points battle as well, exactly what Ty McIntosh needed. Gilberto losing 2 points. I don't know what the bonus points. I don't know if either of them got that, but Carpenter 12 points back of Gilberto. So now, rough guesstimate, he'll be 10 points back here now under the full darkness of Homestead, Miami. So there's still a battle going on between that 71 and 99 for sure.
Going to lead to some desperation maybe in race number 2. I can't wait to see.
This could be very much a good time. But we're going to pull up Tyler Fody. We're going to bring him right up from his team chat. I hope he's not cussing, and he's not Ty McIntosh. Tyler Fody doesn't do that. But Tyler, looked like you had the dominant car, and it showed. But tell us how you got it done here in half number 1.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was just minding my own business, really, just trying to be smooth there. It got a little interesting at the end, coming back through the field, and props to DeWeese. He was hanging for a little while, keeping me on my toes, but no, it was pretty good, pretty fun. Looking forward to coming from 14th, I think, now with the invert.
I was just going to ask you. You took the question right out of my mouth there. So, talk about a little fun working your way through the field. It seems like this will be the farthest back I think you've been tonight.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's a few lanes you can use early on here. We'll see how it goes, but side draft's kind of a big thing, and also just the regular toe just down the back is going to be important. So just finding the right line is going to be key here.
Now that we're racing, totally under darkness here, the track should be a little cooler. Will it be a little easier to make those moves? Homestead always known for having multiple lanes, as you said, but we've seen some guys maybe getting a little bit of trouble kind of running that top side. Do you think more lanes will be had here in half number 2?
Yeah, it should grip up a little better. If anything, it was kind of loose off early on with the sun out still, but it should snug it up pretty good here, and should be a little easier to drive. So it might help with the multi-lane racing.
It should be a fun one to watch. But I'm gonna let you Babe Ruth this shot here. What do you think you're gonna end up doing here in half number 2? What are your predictions?
Hopefully I'll be right back up here by the end of it talking to you. That's the plan. But we're just gonna try and go and get all the spots we can early on. Assuming there's gonna be an early yellow, so track position is gonna be important. Just try and grab what we can as fast as possible, and then go from there.
That's about all you can do. But before we let you go, get ready here for half number 2. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, thanks to Vic for letting me run down here every now and then, and also to David Westergreen and his team, the South Shore guys. It's always fun running with them, some old buddies on this team, so shout out to them. I believe I have Traders Brewing Company on the car tonight, so shout out to them too. And then also you guys up here in the booth. Like I said, hopefully I'll be right back here talking to y'all in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like it. But again, congratulations here on the victory in half number 1. And yeah, hopefully we get to talk to you here after half number 2.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to try and put on a show here.
Heck yeah, hey, that's all I asked for. All right, good luck, Tyler. Put him back down. I almost put him in the wrong team. Almost put him in Shift Esports. Could have been an awkward time there. But as we get ready for half number 2, Gerald, you know, kind of your first night, at least in a while, watching OSCA competition. What did you think down there for the pit lane?
Yeah, good racing from the guys up front. Guys in the back having a tough time get up through the field, but a lot of hard driving all the way from the front to the back. So I didn't really see anyone other than Tyler Fody really have a dominance out there. I think Tyler Fody was the only one that really felt comfortable, but everyone else just squirming around with the looseness. It's gonna be interesting to see, with it being fully encased at night, how these cars are going to handle, if it's going to be a little easier or harder for them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I think definitely to watch, no matter how it does play out. But again, this is gonna be the last opportunity too for some of these guys on that outside looking in, and I believe we heard from 2 of those guys, in Victor and Dusty. But I believe you talked to the other 2. Dave Carpenter is looking within a puncher's chance, 10 points back. He definitely has an opportunity to get in the chase. I heard you talk to him.
Yeah, top 10 in that, or close to the top 10 there, and now he's going to be starting up front. But this is what Dave and I had a discussion earlier.
Well, to make the playoffs is going to take a real Hail Mary for me tonight. 12 points out. If I get 2 good runs in, I get a shot. But last week's race, the second feature, that little crash cost me a big time. So we're going to have to just throw everything we got at it and hope for the best.
So far, first race, accomplished that. Second race, he's going to have to do just a little bit more. He's got a good start here tonight, starting from the 5th row. So we'll see how he's able to accomplish it.
Yeah, the other guy, not maybe as good as position as he was entering in tonight, who was looking good in half number 2, was that number 2 car of Jeff Green.
Yeah, so I asked him before Heat Race 1, so obviously not happy about Heat Race 2, but this was what he said before the first race here, and this is what Jeff Green had to say.
Well, I think most of my races went pretty well in this series, in this league, and I had some issues last week. In the first race, but run pretty good in the second race, so also got 2 opportunities here tonight to hopefully we can bring home, somewhere in the top 10, top 5. If we can do that, we'll gain our points. I don't know if I'm good enough here or anywhere on this computer to win the race. So do our best, try to maybe out-strategize them, and hopefully we'll be there at the end.
Jeff Green, always one of those guys that always downplays his strengths. Whenever it comes down to the end, there's no one that drives harder than Jeff Green. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him. I've got a hat out for the rest of the night, but I'm going to tune in and watch this for you guys. Good luck for the rest of the broadcast. If I had to pick anybody, it's going to be that Jeff Green car. He sounded very confident when I, even though with that disappointing wreck that he had in the first race, he sounded like no matter what, he's going to put it all on the line for this last race.
Yeah, and it should be interesting. Well, I don't know, is that even allowed, Vic? Who's first up to pick? We might have to keep you around, Gerald, just for the pick.
Oh, okay.
Which I think Vic might be busy at the moment. Carlos, I can't remember.
I was. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't know where everybody finished right now off the top of my head.
We can just do it by points again if you want, just to make it quick.
Well, yeah, it'll probably be easier that way.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas can't pick the 2 car. So, who else you got, Gerald?
Yeah, who else you got?
Let's see. Let's go with, is the 10 car available? Ty McIntosh. He looked like he was
Yep.
pretty strong at some points
Yep.
there, especially on the
There you go.
early runs. So I'm gonna go with the 10
Dallas is
car.
gonna go. Yeah, 10 car. All right, now you can go if you want to, Gerald. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got some good
Goody,
interviews.
we'll let you go next.
Well, man, I'm gonna go with that number 20 car of Braxton DeWeese. He looked like he was pretty fast. He maybe looked like the only one guy out there that has something for Tyler Fode. So I'm gonna go with that 20 car.
Oh man, you picked exactly who I wanted to pick. Thanks.
Again, boom, boom.
Yeah, no pressure or anything for me. I'm gonna go with the 89 car. I'm gonna go with a little bit of an outlier here. I feel like he's going to have a good run.
Yeah, he ran solid half number 1. Not a bad pick.
So Carlos, who you got?
My mic was muted. I'm going to put all of my bells on the number 25 to win this second half of the race.
Ooh, all those bells.
And Cam, who you picking for Matt?
Hell, let's go with old Jeff Green.
All right, there you go.
Heck yeah. And that's one thing, as right before Gerald left there, talk about that number 2 car. He didn't think that he was too good there, but man, oh man, before he got in that incident, he looked like he could be a guy that definitely contention for a top 5. So.
Also, I didn't say it in here, but Tepe and Kolb are now locked in after the first half.
Oh, Tepe and Kolb are locked in, so that will make it
as a
interesting.
matter of fact.
Victor Aldrich is locked out. So Carp
okay.
is 10 points below the cut line, which the cut line is Gilberto. Still.
So I got something to say.
And
Justin,
one second. Jeff Green and Dustin Dew are both 31 points out. So they're still hard pressed, but there's a good chance that Tim Conrad's not going to be able to maintain because he's only 3 points ahead, or 6 points ahead of Gilberto, which means that he's 10 points ahead of the column. So there's a good chance that Tim Conrad's going to drop.
Be the one that drops out, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting how this half number 2 plays out. That's gonna make this interesting. So Carlos, what do you got?
Well, how much time do we have? Are we going green this time?
I think we're going green. It looks like the pace car truck lights are off.
No, we got 4 laps. 4 laps.
Oh, okay. 4 laps. Okay.
So before, in the very beginning of this halftime, Justin messaged me saying that he is locked in, and I told him, hey, you're locked in. You didn't have the best results in the first half, so you're probably not going to make it on the Owners' Cup. You got the green light. Go for the win. I don't care if you wreck trying. So look out for Justin, who has the last time he raced in this track, in this exact car configuration, he was inches away from winning the race and the championship in the old 3-ride racing league. So he's got the experience, and it was at nighttime. So look out for that number 52. Excuse me. To possibly sneak out a last-ditch effort win just for the funsies.
As George Thorogood said, nighttime is the right time, though.
More point updates to this. So Gilberto is 10 up. Tim is 16 up on the cut line. McIntosh is 24 up, and Kynan is 32 points to the good. So there's a good chance that Kynan is going to make the chase tonight.
So yeah, he's
everybody else
virtual lock.
Yeah, everybody else, it's still pretty up for grabs.
Yeah, this is gonna be
So
gonna be interesting.
it'd be 3 people going for, it's gonna be good.
You got to keep your ears on because I'm not gonna remember that exact math as we go along here. But Cam, man, things are about to get juicy here in half number 2. Are you ready to go?
Absolutely. We got a couple races going on too. The guys that are trying to make the chase, the guys that are locked in are gonna go for broke and try to win the race, and then you got guys who just don't really care, like Tyler Fode. What's he got to lose? He's gonna go out there and try to win, the second half, and he doesn't care about points whatsoever.
Yeah, and sometimes even that's, I've been in that position too, where, again, I'm not a race-winning driver here by any means, but as far as decent runs are concerned, I put so much pressure if I'm even remotely close to sniffing a playoff spot. But sometimes once I'm eliminated, all that pressure goes off. You maybe look for that 98 car, Victor Aldrich, to kind of just, there's no pressure. Again, now as Carlos said too, Justin Kolb, no pressure whatsoever tonight. Let it loose. This is the last time Justin could let it loose, until we get to the chase-offs next week. So a lot of these boys are going to have some fun out here in half number 2. I can't wait.
I love the invert. I can't wait to see how Fody decides, and really Braxton too, how they both decide to try to get through the field, because neither one of them really got further back than 4th or 5th in the first race. And now they're going to have to get through these cars, and they have fast cars in front of them. So it's going to be a bit different experience for them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Speaking of those championship battles, we do see on the second and third rows on the inside, we see Gilberto Javier Gomera starting. He'll be starting in 3rd, and in 5th will be Dave Carpenter. And again, those are the two guys. 10 points separate them. Who sees to get into the chase as of right now, and Carpenter too. Really curious. He got back in, for that top 10 run with the damaged race car. So now his car is going to be clean, and he's got to go all out. And then if you're Gilberto too, you're going to want to do everything you can do to keep that 71 behind you. So there's going to be a lot of battles within battles within battles.
And if you're Carpenter too, that car in front of you is who you got to beat. So on the start, do you try to make it make like a 3-wide move, try to get around him and make the rest of your race a little bit easier, or do you just try to take it slow and try to methodically get around him later in the race? Something that got to think about.
Yeah, do you fight to you could potentially make an aggressive move, wreck out or potentially wreck out, or do you live to fight another lap and maybe the guy pulls away from you? So there's a lot of probably thinking going on for a lot of these guys here battling for the chase-offs here. I believe this time here we go. The pace truck's diving down pit road. Green flag is out. Nathaniel Cherry leads him to the green. A good start by both boys on the front row as they're going to drag race down into turns 1 and 2. And half number 2 of the VRA League 162 is now underway.
35 of Zach Rogers. He has been hanging the rear out both halves so far. He got a little loose there through 1 and 2, but he's going to get a good run and actually get into the back of Cherry going into turn 3. Nowhere to go with the run. The 3 wide behind them. I think a fast-moving car there in the middle is that number 4, Evan Delicato. He is not hanging around for anybody.
And one guy who's not hanging around, the Gilberto, he goes from 3rd to 1st as they drag race down the front stretch. He wants to get into the chase-offs. He's giving old mama a good run there, Miss Goodies, and he's going to try taking that lead from teammate Nathaniel Cherry as they're battling top side, bottom side here.
Gilbert, he's giving it everything he's got there off of turn number 2. And he has to. He really can't hang around and wait for things to happen. Here's Delicato going for 2, 3, maybe spots into turn number 3. I think he's going to get this possibly the lead. Look at him side by side with Gilberto. Wow, that was a move.
Oh, see if we can hang on those 2 cars, his 2 buddies on the outside, getting a good run down the front stretch. But this is a good battle between those Shift Esports family Ford Mustangs. And man, Gilberto, he's really, he's probably about as close. Oh! And Indelicato, stays off his teammate. He knows he's battling for that chase-off spot. He gathers it back up. And
don't look now, but Fody's coming.
Yeah, here old man Fody's working the middle groove, and he's already all the way up 11 spots into that 3rd position.
He's not waiting around for anybody. Gilberto got really high there off of turn number 2 and almost, unfortunately, took out his teammate, but very good spatial awareness shown from both of those two to not have anything more happen. Fody's looking on the inside line to try to take it from Gilberto. Really racy half we're seeing here, a little bit more than the first half.
Yeah, and it seems like we've seen Zach Rogers get a little loose on that top side. We've seen Gilberto get in the wall, but it seems a little bit easier to maneuver these different grooves. Oh, Caden Tough. Whoa, he almost got into the 99 of Gilberto, but yeah, these boys are chomping on the bit. They're going for it.
One thing I noticed.
Look at Seth on the outside.
My goodness, they're 3 wide there through 1 and 2. That's the 35 of Rogers. Ooh, sideways to Gilberto again. He is not having a good go at this lap. They're going to split him.
And now he went for the lead, now dropping all the way down to 10th.
Might have pushed it a little bit too hard there, gave it too much beans, and burned up his stuff a little bit. There's Dusty on outside of him, almost gotten into him, but Gilberto continues to drop through the field.
Man, oh man, as things are getting dirty, things are getting flashy, things are getting crazy here in half number 2. We're only 6 laps into this race, and these boys are racing like it's the last lap, as we still got 3 wide action going on further back in that top 10. As, whoa boy, is that Darren Staff there making an aggressive move on the inside of Zach Rogers. This is a battle for that 10th position. Man, these guys are slide jobs everywhere, cars everywhere. It's hard to follow what spot these guys are in.
They definitely have a lot more confidence than they did the first half, and I think that's just a product of the heightened trap grip due to the nighttime.
Yeah, and Darren Staff, you see him burning on the outside. It seems like a lot of guys are more favorable to choose that outside than we've seen in half number 1, as Darren continuing to try to pick them off one at a time in that 9th position, as we see, I believe, virtual lock there for the playoffs. Kind of Jones trying to hang on. He had a top 5 start here. He's fallen 3 positions back, but man, there's a lot of guys making aggressive moves behind him, and I think the one thing that kind of does not want to see is just finish this race. So he's probably trying to keep his nose clean, but also not trying to give everything up either.
I think we have a race for the lead here. Fody just took it from Indelicato, and Delicato's not going to let that go easily. Fody had a really good run on the bottom through 1 and 2, was able to actually make the slide job, and here comes Indelicato coming back. So it looks like Fody might have some competition here in the second race.
Yeah, it's now that Indelicato's got a track position, he might be tough to beat. And Caden Tufts, we've seen him look sporty early on in the run in half number 1, and here he is again in that 3rd spot right behind Tyler Fody. He's trying to make some moves.
For what Caden lacks in experience, he makes up for in pure enthusiasm. He is going to drive that car 120,000% every single lap, and he's getting it done tonight.
Yeah, a good start to the run, and how about right even behind him, Vic's pick, Dylan Thomas. Vic had a feeling, it might be more than a feeling, it's happening right now, as Dylan Thomas in that 4th position.
And he's got to love what he's seeing in front of him, side by side for the lead again. Fody on the bottom, Indelicato on the top. Indelicato's, he doesn't want to give that spot up, but I think it's going to happen again. He's going to get the run off of turn number 2 and make a big move to the bottom. But that is really dangerous to do, because you might get that car a little sideways into turn 3, and looks like he's going to hold it. It's good racing between these two.
Yeah, it's even Caden trying to throw his hat into the ring as well. Dylan Thomas now trying to almost make it 3 wide. As again, the confidence is up, but maybe the long game, the long con strategy here might be the pit strategy. And again, that 35 lap mark, and I don't want to jinx it, but we're on a green flag run here. How worried would you be about burning those tires up?
I get it depends on who I am right now. If I'm Caden, I'm probably thinking maybe I need to back it off a little bit, because he has been up there on the high side pretty much the whole run. And I think of a saying an old dirt racer had. I think it was they used to say, running the bottom's like a 9-to-5 job. You can make some pretty good money doing it, but it's not going to be very fun. And you want to run the top side here, because it's going to be the fastest line, especially with these cars. But you're going to burn yourself up. So Caden actually there, loose off of turn number 2, hit the wall. You can see what that actually does. And now he's under fire from Dylan Thomas.
And Dylan Thomas, and now our race leader Nick Indelicato is under fire from Tyler Fody, trying to get those brooms out. He wants to pull a sweep here tonight, and it looks like he didn't quite able to get clear, as Indelicato is going to get that run on the top side. So top bottom, and again, just talking about the old 9-to-5 dirt track move here, the way these guys are running these grooves, it's very familiar to a dirt track.
Absolutely, and it's just so hard with this package. You don't, big blade, small motor. You don't have the horsepower that you would normally have. Ooh, 87, that's Darren Staff. He's wrecking on the backstretch. And no caution. He's well on the apron.
Don't know what happened there. Lost connection. Back now. But Darren Staff having a good run, working his way through the field. Now he's going to fall all the way back to the end. We'll take a look at the 3-wide TV replay. Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, caution's out.
Caution's now out. Oh, Carpenter gets in the back of him. Oh, no.
Watson, yeah.
Man, that pretty car. Now it's at nighttime. Now that car does pop at night, but
sure what happened there. It looks like the 39 just got in the wall and then ping-ponged into Watson.
Yep.
Not much you
Tried
can do
to
there.
stick up, but not a lot of room for either one of those drivers to make a move.
Well, there you go, Goody. We were talking about green flag pit stops and caution. Didn't that usually happen?
Yeah, I jinxed it enough, didn't I? That's about how that works. But now, interestingly enough, I think Vic said was around that 18 lap mark is when you should be good to go the rest of the way, or have at least a pretty good chance to make it the rest of the way. We're a little bit short on that, so I believe
the worst possible time to come out. They pit, and they wouldn't be good. So it's not now. It's like, oh, they're probably just gonna stay out, I would think, and just take the old tires.
If you're in the back, though, it might be worth it, especially if you can pit, right before you get one to green. So there could be a shot there to be had, but and you might have to fuel save a little bit.
That's why I love these races. I just love strategies like that.
I do. I do too. It's what makes these races fun, and we see about everyone gonna dive down pit road.
They got 2 sets in the pit, or in the 2 sets of tires in the pit, so you might as well go ahead and take them. And I guess if they get the short runs, they really aren't going to use the tires as much. So good call there.
Yeah, and I think also hoping too, if there's enough cautions the rest of the way. Although this was our first caution here of half number 2, that potentially, maybe could make it the rest of the way. On fuel, we'll see see if any different strategies. Who's going to win this race off pit roads? Looks like one car is moving. 95, and Delicato's going to have it.
It looks like it's going to be roughly the same top 5 as came in.
Yep, and I think nothing too big movers and shakers on pit road. It's going to be Indelicato, Fody, Caden Tufts, Dylan Thomas, and Seth Rawls in your top 5. And then Cooper Johnson, Ty McIntosh, Braxton DeWeese, Kynan Jones, and David Westergreen rounding out your top 10. And Westergreen, again, really just kind of had that little bobble at the beginning of half number 1, and really hadn't mentioned his name throughout the night. He finished all the way back in 16th. So again, that great thing about OSCA competition, having the 2 halves, maybe a little bit redemption, get a little bit of momentum before he heads off into the chase-offs here.
Absolutely. And even though he was your last locked-in driver coming into tonight, Goody, I would think that you'd want to come out here and try to get some momentum going into next week and get something moving forward for the chase. Even if you are safe, get something moving, get some good results coming. So I would think that D West might be locked in, but he wants to come out here. He's going to want to come out here and get some positive results.
Yeah, just kind of let it all hang on the line. Try to get the best results he can. Kind of replicate that run he had back. Although now I said, did he come back down pit road? Now he's in 20th. Oh man,
he might be topping up.
These guys might be playing the.
The
if
top
they want to.
game.
Yeah, they might be playing the top off game, but they also might be wanting to get as many points as possible for the best chase seating that they can get.
Well, that's true. See, that's another thing we got to factor in as well. So, we're gonna get the restart here with 18 laps in. Oh, Dylan Thomas
took the outside.
Took the outside. Dylan Thomas blinking a little bit, but we're gonna get ready to go green flag racing here. As the pace truck's going to dive down pit road. Indelicato, see what kind of jump he gets on that outside lane. Here we go. Green flag is out. Great jump for Nick Indelicato. He's going to take Dylan Thomas with him on the outside. He's going to battle that 95 and Tyler Fody. So Fody, he hasn't quite gotten that lead. Oh, Fody's loose. He's going to fall in the clutches of Caden Tufts, Braxton DeWeese. Oh, I thought maybe 4 wide for a second.
Reckon.
Oh!
DeWeese around.
Oh man, Ty McIntosh did not want to see that. Gilberto in the
I
inside
see 3
wall.
shift cars in that shot.
That was exactly what they did not need. Looking pretty safe, and I think that 99 car took a pretty good hit to the inside wall. Oh boy, and Tepe, well that's his luck there too. And I believe, man, there was a that was a big one there, boys.
They say cautions breed cautions, and it looks like just 4 wide here and not enough room to do it. Braxton DeWeese got into, I couldn't see who that was, but
ooh,
hard hits right there.
Oh man.
Oh, Dewar.
Oh, Dewar slides in. That's big chase implications too. I don't know how hard he got involved in, but locked up those rear tires and slid into it.
He's got some pretty good damage on his right front, which isn't going to help him at all, but he's not done for sure.
Yeah, we've seen. Ooh man, Darren Staff though, getting involved in that. Did was that Carpenter that made a little contact with Darren as well? So we might have almost all our guys fighting for the chase-off spots here, getting involved in that wreck.
Looking at the 71 right now, he's got some pretty significant damage on that right front. Things aren't lining up like they did before that, for sure.
Yeah, it's man, I don't think it lines up for anyone though. That's maybe the best opportunity for, I guess, in any scenario.
Just so many cars going in so many different directions. It's just chaos when that happens.
And you almost had to come to a complete stop here on a dime. Ooh, Capuano just bails.
He stopped before anyone else, I think. I think Thomas was like, I'm getting out of this. I'm going to friggin' Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I'm going to Stafford Speedway. See ya.
Get the hell out of Dodge. I love it. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten a little bit of contact with Dustin Dewar. See if Justin Colby. It looked like he did have a little bit of damage on the live cam, but it doesn't look too significant. We have almost half the field on pit road though. And yep, a little damage. Ooh, Jeff Green get through that with just that tap?
That was a little bit more. He's a little bit damaged too. That actually was quite significant. Quite
he already had
a bit
damage.
more significant than we first thought.
Yeah, he looks like he had it. Huh, weird.
I wonder where he got that from then.
Ooh, yeah, just a little bit of front end damage.
Yep, from getting in the back of the 35 of Zach Rogers. But Green staying out on the racetrack along with Zach Rogers, who has that rear end damage as well. But I believe about 14th on back came down pit road to get some of this get some of their damage fixed.
That's one of the bigger wrecks I've seen at Homestead in a while. Wow.
Yeah, that was almost Talladega worthy there. As 23 cars on the lead lap. Braxton DeWeese, David Westergreen, Darren Staff, Jordan Tarble, Alex Kenton on one lap down. Nathaniel Cherry, we've seen him with that pretty good hit. He is now 2 laps down, and Cody McLean. It shows he's on track, but I don't think he's been here.
McLean, no,
Cody didn't start
right on track.
He didn't start.
Why is this thing white?
I don't know.
He's on the track. I don't like it. It's confusing. I'm old and I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Indelicato holds on to that lead, and how about Dylan Thomas now? He'll be restarting this half number 2 in the second position. But man, oh man, for looking back at those guys that were kind of battling for these chase-off spots, Ty McIntosh, I mean, still looks pretty safe. Dustin Dewar got involved in that as well. The one guy, right now, look at how close this would be. Dave Carpenter's in 12th. Gilberto right now in 21st. So those are the two guys kind of battling for that one spot.
You know who's hoping that those two wreck? Tim Conrad.
Tim Conrad, yeah. He's
100%. He's just really hoping and praying that those 16 points hold him.
Yeah, it's after that wreck, with some of the damage these guys have, it's a puncher's chance that could definitely happen.
I'm looking at the field right now, and it looks like around 12th, 13th on back, most of the field is damaged beyond there. So that was pretty significant.
Yeah, and even some of those guys that again did not pit, the 35 and the 2, having that damage as well. We'll see how they fit into this game as their damage. But man, we're gonna get the restart here, lap 23.
Got Dylan Thomas on the bottom there. I can guarantee you he's going to be aggressive into turn 1, trying to get that lead from Indelicato. So it should be a fun one.
Yeah, I think this fits right into his wheelhouse too. A very much a dirt track racer, and with these multi grooves and sliding jobs going through the corners, this is a track I think that fits his wheelhouse very well, and we'll see how he battles for that lead over Nick Indelicato. We'll see how he gets a restart here as we're getting ready to go to the restart zone. Green flags out. Dylan Thomas disappears. Good start for that 4-car of Indelicato. Oh, man, almost a Carl Edwards-like block there by Dylan Thomas on Tyler Foti. I thought that was going to be a recreation of the was a 2016 championship battle
That
where they
would've been-
stay off each other.
That would have taken out the rest of the field there, so it's a good thing
I
that
was there that
Fody
race.
backed out. Fody's going to lose a couple spots because of that. Caden Tuff's actually looking down on Dylan Thomas right now for that second spot.
With that rear end damage too, Zach Rogers burning on that inside, trying to battle into the top 5, while currently sitting in the 5th position. As Indelicato, oh boy, blocks thrown everywhere. Tyler Fody, I don't even know if he was throwing a block. He was just trying to look low on Caden, didn't know Zach Rogers was there, almost making contact. But man, these guys pretty much picking up right where they left off, right before the last caution came up.
And Delicato got sideways off of turn 2. That gives Dylan Thomas the chance to try to take the lead into turn number 3. Caden Tuffs almost got into the back of him, decided to wisely back out of that, and Dylan Thomas, look at that, he actually is quite sailing off into the lead there.
Yeah, he's gonna clear him. He's gonna pull away. Yeah, he set sail. He took a pretty good jump there. And Delicato's gonna get a good run. Maybe look on the inside, but Caden Tuffs with that side draft there might kind of inhibit that run that he had.
He's
now
gonna
Caden
get the run.
Tuffs, yeah, he's gonna get the run on the outside.
What a
Move
run!
him into the second spot. Oh man, wow, he's still going.
Looking for more. He's going to try to get that high, wide, and handsome line through turn number 3. Look at that.
Yeah,
That is a move right there.
Let's see how this drag race sets once they get out of turn number 4. Oh man, this now Dylan's he's put up a pretty good fight on that bottom, trying to hold those boys off. It's gonna be a tough road here, though. I think.
Nick's got to be careful here because this might be the 2 most aggressive drivers in OSCA right there, battling for the lead, and looks like they're going to give each other room up turn number 2. Dylan Thomas has a bit of a connection issue. It's got to not be good for anyone else around him.
Yeah, but that did open the door for the 4-car of Indelicato. He's going to look on the inside. He's not going to be able to clear him. We'll see if Tufts gets the run. Oh, never mind. He does clear him. He's going to take over the top spot again.
Good racing up here. We're given a lot of room, but good side-by-side slide jobs and a lot of that there. Fody going up to the wall in turns 1 and 2, trying to get that run to try to make a move on probably Dylan Thomas. Ooh, my goodness.
Wow.
That was a block and a half.
That was a slide job block, and Indelicato darts to the inside. He might return the favor here. Not going to get an opportunity to, as Caden, he's going to pinch him down a little bit. And oh man, what a battle. These guys, if they're saving tires, they're not showing it right now.
Not at all. And they looked like pace laps, but quicker there for a second. They were 2x2, and now Caden was able to get a little bit of a gap on the high side, but we'll see how that run takes him down the backstretch. I think he's gonna be able to gap the 4 a little bit, but it looks like the outside is actually prevailing a little bit more so than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's definitely working out more. Oh, but not running out of room. Oh, and they
sent it. Dylan Thomas sent it in there under Nick and Delicato and just about made contact.
And Nick, unfazed by the whole thing, he's battling now still with Caden Tuffs for that top spot. And Tyler Fody works his way back up into that 3rd position, trying to throw his hat into the ring once again to battle for that lead.
Look who's back, Tyler Fody coming to 2nd place around the outside. He's going to try to make his move around Caden Tuffs here, probably into the next turn, but Nick and Delicato's not having any of that.
Yeah, whoa, yeah, it's going to be hard, and there's not much room there for Fody to go, and Caden Tuffs right in front of him. But man, oh man, Zach Rogers, again with that damaged race car up into 4th, with that rear bumper damage. He's not minding that at all. Look at, what is it, 6 cars now? Where did Kynan come from?
I was going to mention him, but I didn't want to bring him up because I didn't want commentators curse him. So we'll pretend like we didn't see him. He's not on track right now. Don't look at that 73.
Man, I mean, it's
Speaking of that 73, sorry to interject. So with the amount of cars off track, he is now locked in officially.
Very nice.
Man, he's locked in. The Land Shark's been let off the leash. He's going for it.
I don't know if anyone's told him, but he definitely looks like he's trying to get out there and get something. We have 3 wide for the lead through 1 and 2. Caden Tuffs, Indelicato, and Fody. Looks like right now Indelicato's going to hold it, but they are definitely hanging it out right now.
Man, it's just strategy. It looked like Fody kind of lost the game of what line do you pick, and not a lot of room there for Fody. He's going to fall in the clutches of Dylan Thomas and Zach Rogers. Oh, but he burns the outside. Did he hit the wall?
Definitely. Oh, contact! Oh, big contact!
Oh, Thomas and Caden Tuffs are on the infield. Dylan looks to keep going. Oh, caution's out. Oh man, is everyone going to avoid him? I believe so.
I think
brings out our third caution.
I think that started when the 35 hit the wall, and then they just all kind of congealed into one blob of car, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, that something was bound to give with how hard they were racing there, and man, oh man. And luckily for both the 95 and the double zero, it looked like very net code. Yeah, they just sucked together too. But minimal damage, I believe, in all three cars in this incident. But man, with Cade come back up the track, that could have been worse.
Yeah, no damage, just really hurt feelings probably. They were both having such a good run, and I guarantee you neither of them are going to be happy about that. But, you know, when you look at it, it does look like a little bit of net code there. There wasn't a whole lot of actual contact. Just iRacing being iRacing.
Yeah, that will be bound to happen. And man, they got really close, and that's definitely in that wheelhouse of.
I think if that's new damage model, that might not have been a wreck, because the new damage model I think has been a little bit better at preventing things like that, at least from experience.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was definitely close, but it looked like maybe they kind of got sucked together.
It was weird what happened to the 35. He kind of bounced, but it didn't look like he hit the wall.
Yeah,
Maybe
so I wonder that
code,
has to be what Carlos is talking about, the net code going on, because the way that car reacted, that rear end kind
You
of.
see it right there. Let me highlight over here. Look at the rear end of the 35. It kind of like it looks like it's been made contact and shoves that car towards the outside wall, rear end first, and then the front end slides this way, and then eventually the whole car just keeps on going this way, and then makes contact with the machine right here, who also then makes contact with the green machine over here as well, sending the green machine down over there, and then sending Caden Tufts upside down, going not upside down, backwards, going that way.
So race control can confirm there was net code that caused it.
Net code that caused it, but you know what? I loved the John Madden impression. That brought back memories, Carlos.
Absolutely, you know, put that in a football playbook, and we'll ball.
Yeah, like when this guy goes over here, and then the other guy plays football, and boom.
Well, race off pit road, and Delicado won that, followed by Fody, followed by I don't know who that is, but I think
Kynan Jones.
I didn't want to say his name.
Oh, yeah, dang it.
Right.
It's okay to say his name now that he's locked in. It's okay.
Yeah, see, yeah, it's okay. And then, well, although Carlos might swear at me, so I'm a little, after last week, I'm a little scared. What might happen?
Yeah, Kynan has had a pretty big slide since Mid-Ohio in the points, so he needs a good run tonight to get his season turned around. So good to see that he's able to do something tonight. So that's good to see.
Yeah, and no matter if the announcer's jinx comes up and rears its ugly head, I think just being in this battle, no matter what the finish might be, too, sometimes being locked in now, it might give you a little bit of swagger going into next week, which, man, I forgot where it was next week, so I got to look here quick.
Michigan.
We don't have
Michigan.
a week off?
Michigan.
No, who does that?
Yeah, who does that?
I just thought we did.
I raced with Kynan in another league on a team for a little bit, and really fun guy to race with. I'm glad to see when he has success, because when he doesn't, he tends to be a little hard on himself. And I was telling him, back then, sometimes you gotta shake it off, because it's sim racing. And I'm a pretty emotional guy myself. I don't like when things happen to me that I feel are injustice things, but sometimes you just gotta shake it off and wait for the next one, because there's always gonna be another race.
Yeah, sometimes that's
we need the Taylor Swift "Shake It Off" GIF right now.
Nope. Shake it off, shake it off.
I'm saying we need one.
Yeah, come on, Carlos, get on that. But yeah, that's definitely something that you got to do, and sometimes you got to look at the positives here.
Yeah, for somebody like Kynan, I can tell you that a good run, even if it just comes out of nowhere, is the absolute best thing that would ever happen for him. It's just a driver like him. He needs confidence, and honestly, if he gets the confidence, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, sky could be the limit. We've seen him win in OSCA competition before, and I believe I believe it's only the one win back in Rockingham a few seasons ago. So maybe can relive a magic. I guess this could be like a new version of Rockingham, a little bit bigger, a little bit less abrasive on the tires, but very multi-groove racetrack. Could be falling right into Kynan's wheelhouse here, but man, I can't wait to see this battle for the lead again between that 4-car 95 and see if the 35 and 73 can battle with them, as well as the pace truck's going to get ready to dive down pit road. We're going to get the restart with 18 laps to go. And green flags out in Delicato on the loud pedal. Another great restart. Outside lines going with them, as Zach Rogers again with that damaged race car battling hard on the outside for that second spot with Tyler Fode, but looks like things a little bit more spread out than we've seen on the previous. Oh, and I jinxed that.
And yeah, a bunch of cars wrecking there. I saw somebody hit the inside wall real hard.
Oh, Carpenter's involved. Jeff Green. Oh man, Justin Kolb, Caden Tufts. That was bad for everybody.
Another, would you say big one? Was that a big one?
That was at lowest. It was a mid one, and oh man,
Jeff Green looking like a modified.
Yep, and so is Carpenter again battling for those chase off spots. That might have just went up in smoke here.
Looks like just cars, another congealed car blob that just couldn't do anything.
Can we get another look at James Watson through that wreck? I think he got a little contact. He just hot rodded it through there. He got out pretty unscathed there. That was a pretty cool move. James Watson racing.
Oh, he did not get through it unscathed.
Oh, yeah. I thought I saw some contact. That was a pretty good hit, but it could have been a lot worse. Looked like he was going to the inside wall. Man, oh man.
Not as hard of a car-to-car hit as you're gonna get though. Like that was pretty flat.
Significant. And again, like everyone but the top 8 stayed out on the racetrack this time, and it just kept. Yeah, more cars just kept adding, like you said, just congealed into one big multicolored mess there on the backstretch.
Tough break for Caden Tufts too. I mean, he was in that, and 10 laps ago was battling for the lead, and just what happens when you get yourself back there.
Yeah, and Wester Green talking about that trying to redemption right before we go into the chase-offs, gets involved in that wreck as well. Oh. Dylan Thomas, it looked like he got hit by Justin Kolb.
Justin neck-coated through he neck-coated through the first contact. Would have been okay, but then unfortunately the 2 was already kind of spinning into his lane, and that's when he couldn't get lucky anymore.
And it's hard to gauge where these guys are going to be at because there's so many damaged race cars out here at this point.
Yeah, I mean, where do you go? Because, Goody, when you're in the car, you don't see a whole lot, especially with what Dale Jr. described these as big-ass spoilers, I believe it was.
Yep.
You just can't see around them. There's no looking through the car, so they start wrecking in front of you, and you just got to hope and pray. And,
that is it with these old Gen 6 cars. It's hard to see around. It's hard to kind of gauge what's going on. So it's very easy, I think, with these old Gen 6 cars for these wrecks just to kind of accumulate and get bigger and bigger.
And you don't have a whole lot of power, with some of the higher power cars on the restarts. You get a little more spread out because just when people get in the gas a little bit at different times, you have that more power allows you to just spread out a little bit more. It's just not what you get when you have these low power cars. So everybody's kind of in a wad all the time. That's kind of the thing NASCAR wanted back in this era. They wanted everybody to be like in a wad on the restarts because that was kind of the thing. But it's just what you get when you got something like that going on.
Yeah, it definitely did work for the restart parts, but in real life, especially, I don't think it worked on track. I think they had more of imagination style to it. For more what we've seen here tonight between these battles we've seen up front for the lead is what I think they wanted to, but obviously, the simulator can get as close as it possibly can, but I don't think they were able to dart around in real life and see a battle for the lead at Homestead like we did earlier. Also, I guess fixed setups do help that too.
Now, one of the fun things, I guess, is even under the 550 package, I thought Homestead was still always a pretty good race. It just kind of is immune to being bad, So
it's such a good racetrack.
It really is. I'm not a fan of the winner-take-all system in NASCAR. Never have been. But if they're gonna do that, Homestead much better track than Phoenix. NASCAR, listen to me. I think everybody agrees with that.
Oh, I haven't met someone that was. I think at worst case they say rotate the track and not keep it at one track. But I think the general consensus is keep it at Homestead, which, it's weird because me being a little bit older guy than you fellas in here. Just remember Homestead when it was a flat track before they reconfigured it back in 2003. And it was one of my least favorite tracks, and it left a sour taste in my mouth. And I think even when it reconfigured it took a few years to really come into its own. But definitely one that once it did, it's definitely one of the better racetracks on the circuit, and it's got to be at least in the top 5 as far as what racing it puts on. And I think genuine. I can't say it. Genuinely
or generally?
Genuinely.
I still don't know.
Yeah. Shut up.
Insert English here.
Yeah, green flag.
We got a generally green flag.
Generally.
Are you trying to say January?
Yes, it's not that month.
Another good run for Nick and Delicato through 1 and 2. It didn't get as good of a restart as he has been getting.
Big in the back. Cole, I think. Rasheed Coles, man, he's been knocked around like a ping pong ball. I think.
It's all my effing cars.
Was that Darren or was that Zach Evans that might have been involved in that as well?
Evans.
One of the 3 wide TV car. Evans. Oh, getting into Dustin Dewar and Braxton DeWeese, man, he's had a rough half too here as well.
Is it an inappropriate time to bring up that this is the home race for 3 wide TV?
Also the home race for RKM.
Ooh, it looked like did Dewar just push up on exit there, getting in Zach Evans? Something. He looked like he bobbled, and that's kind of what caused that melee there.
I'm not in RKM team chat right now, but I can hear what's being said.
They're not happy, I bet.
Probably a lot of things that would be FCC inappropriate.
They're trying to take the title away from Ty McIntosh, I see. By the way, where is Ty? Ty's 1 lap down in 22nd. I was going to say, we haven't heard from him. I think he got involved in one of those wrecks earlier on as well. So we're under our now 5th caution of the night. And, man, I can only think it just ramps up from here. Getting down to 10 laps to go. Going for the win. And I mean, where did Seth Rawls come from?
Yeah, it's been quite the crazy race, and up at the front, now Nick, he has exactly what he wants. He's got his teammate that he can use basically as a block for Tyler. He just can take the line that Tyler's not going to take and, kind of stick his teammate right there, and that's going to help him massively on this restart. So.
Oh, and I just remembered why Darren wasn't involved in that incident, because Darren already had a blown engine from a couple wrecks earlier in the race.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he got that pretty big wreck. I forgot about that as well, as he is now 28th, 24 laps down.
And talking to Darren before this race, he was looking to have a good run coming here.
You're a peeler.
It's a shame.
In an interview waiting.
What? Oh man, I keep missing him. So we'll get Adam Peeler here as we're under this caution, and we'll get him to plug that Sugar Moon by himself here. But Adam, this is the 3 wide TV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. I think I need to retire.
Oh man, come on now.
Man,
it's been a rough night for that 13 number 13 Sugar Moon's creation Toyota, but. Yeah, talk us through your night here a little bit.
Man, it's not been a rough night. It's been a rough season. First half, drove from 27th, got up there to 10th, and then it was just being in the crash. And then tonight, I'm up there where I should be, and I wasn't clear when I thought I was clear, and I wrecked everybody else. So it's just been an interesting night. So.
Well, I guess we've seen a lot of that tonight, especially in half number 2 here. With I think the multi grooves kind of working a little bit better than it did in half number 1. And it seems like it generally, especially around that fifth on back. We've even seen the battle for the lead get pretty crazy. How hard is it to kind of clear and gauge? You got guys on top side, bottom side. How rough is it out there?
The exit of turn 2 is really interesting because you could go through there one time and run it just a little bit tight, and then you're tied up to the wall and you're just kind of along for the ride and you just hope no one's up there. And then you can do it again, come back the next lap and roll through that center just a little bit faster because you're trying to compensate for what you just did, and then the car's loose getting up off the exit and you're trying not to spin out and wreck anybody. So that turn 2 has been kind of everybody's kryptonite. I mean, even when we're not wrecking, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's people completely sideways coming off of 2. I don't know, about every other lap.
All night.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was, I got a run on, and so I got in the gas a little early, and it just took off straight to the wall, and I thought I could clear up in front of the 91, and I couldn't. So, just what happens.
Yeah, and especially with these cars as running close in packs as they have been, it seems like it's pretty tough to to have any room for that air tonight. As we're one to go to green. So before we let you go here, Adam, give that shout out, man.
Man, come get y'all some wax melts. We got a bunch of them sitting over here on the shelf to my left. Our market's over, so everything from here on till probably October-ish will be just on Etsy. So come buy some of this stock. Gives me a reason to make some more with the family. So we look forward to all your orders. We try to send out a special thank you to everybody who does order. Lots of times you get some free stuff. So Sugar Moon Creations on Etsy. Check it out and enjoy the last little bit of this race.
Heck yeah, as the green flag is out now. Thanks for joining us, Adam. And Nick Indelicato gets a pretty good jump in that leader. And that's going to really, as you said, pin back Fody.
That the Rawls did not get going, and Fody actually kind of plowed through the back of him to get him going, and that gave Nick a pretty good run through 1 and 2 there. You can see that he's got a 2 or 3 car length lead so far.
Yeah, it looks like is Indelicato snaking down the backstretch to try to avoid that draft.
Yeah, Fody's actually not doing too well right now, not getting the momentum he needs to actually make his moves, and might actually be under attack from Kynan Jones here in a minute.
Yeah, he's definitely nowhere to go with the Rawls on the bottom, Zach Rogers on top. That's going to open that door for the 73. And how about Caden Tufts? We've just seen him backwards not that long ago. He's battling for the 6.
In the last 2 wrecks, Mr. Never Give Up himself. That is pretty impressive. And that car has some scars on it, but it's not as bad as you would think, having been involved in 2 cautions.
Yeah, not too shabby at all, and still looks like he's got some top 5 speed, and see if he can work his way up there. Fodio looks like he pushed off a corner exit there, almost getting into the wall. Ooh, I see a bright yellow car a couple spots back there, a 9th spot of James Watson. We've seen that significant damage he had under one of the previous cautions, still battling in the top 10. I think just shows you how many cars maybe did get in some calamity and able to get a good run in here despite some of that damage. But now Fody still trying to work his way up back into the top 3, trying to work his way around Rogers.
And just did. Rogers was hanging on for dear life, just keeping that car pinned up on the high side. Fody could not do anything with him for a couple laps, but finally made the move there. Kynan Jones now looking for inside under Rogers, and Kynan looking for a pretty good run for right here. Only 5 laps to go, so I don't think there's too much time to curse, but I'll shut up now.
Yeah, right. 5 laps to go. Fody trying to make some last-ditch efforts for the win, but Rawls isn't going to give up that spot too easy. He's going to try to pinch Fody down to the corner, but he washes up as they're going to drag race down the front stretch now. 4 laps to go. And, as far as Nick Indelicato is concerned,
contact.
that's exactly what he wanted to see, because he's pulling away now.
That Rawls pinned Fody down as far as he could, and unfortunately paid the price a little bit for him because they made contact into turn number 1, and that allowed Fody to get around him. But Nick Indelicato has about a 0.6 of a second lead so far, so Fody is going to have to be perfect these last 3 and 1 corner laps to catch that number 4.
Yeah, as we're down to 3 laps to go, I think Fody's going to have to be perfect if he has any chance to pull the sweep off here tonight. As the field kind of strung out here with 3 to go. How about Neil Rutt as well, running that old Superflow cold trickle throwback? You've seen him getting a couple wrecks as well in that 7th position. Good run for the 66 DGG Racing Chevrolet.
And don't look a couple cars behind that, but that looks like a caution waiting to happen right at the top of your screen there. That's James Watson, Jeff Green, I believe Victor Aldrich in there as well, all battling for right outside the top 10. I believe around 11th place. A lot of damaged cars in that pack, just trying to really nurse them to the end, finish this race out.
Yeah, David Westergreen trying to get back up there, trying to battle to see if he can get a top 10. Fody's closing that gap, but now 2 laps to go. About a lap and a half to go. Is he going to have enough time to get to the back bumper of Nick Indelicato? It's going to be a tough one here. He's going to try to get everything he has. I think a lot of it's going to depend how he's going to get off turn 4 here.
Absolutely, and I think Fody, if he has the chance, he's going to try to make a dive into turn number 3 and maybe Carl Edwards / Chastain it. So he's right on the bumper in turn 1 and 2. That's about as good as you can be on the last lap and have a shot to win this race.
See, oh, perfect. Oh, Victor Aldrich around. He's gonna stay on the inside. Oh, they're wrecking in the back there. We're gonna race this one out. Going into turns 3 and 4 for a final time. Oh, Fody sending it, but is he gonna make it? A little
bit off. I think he got a little bit of wash there through 3 and 4, not enough, and Delicato's gonna beat him to the line. Just he placed his car exactly where he needed to.
Yep, that was a perfect run. Indelicato picks up half number 2 in the VRA 162. Tyler Fody 2nd, Seth Rawls 3rd, Kynan Jones 4th, and Caden Tufts rounds out the top 5. Then it's Zach Rogers, Neil Rutt, Gilberto Javier Gomera, Dustin Dewar, and Jeff Green round out your top 10. Man, oh man, what a battle! I didn't even think that when Fody first got cleared of, they're having a little fun there in post-race celebrations, but man, Fody, when he cleared that 26 car Seth Rawls, I didn't know if he was going to have enough time to have a puncher's chance, and he definitely set himself up to at least have an outside shot at trying to beat Nick here for half number 2.
Definitely, what he showed you was the fastest car here tonight. Just not enough at the end, but no discredit to Nick. He did what he needed to do and got himself another win right at the best part of the season, right into the chase. That's max momentum.
Yeah, and yeah, talk about how scary that could be for the rest of the competitions heading into the chase-offs, doing his victory donuts, getting back into victory lane, and he's going to have that momentum for sure as we head to Michigan next week, as the interviews are lining up. And Cameron, since you're new to this, I'll interview 3rd and 1st, and we'll let you interview Tyler once he joins us up here in the booth as well. But anyway, we'll bring up Seth Rawls, finishing 3rd here in half number 2 tonight. First half, I believe you got a 6th place run in, so overall not a bad night. So some pretty good momentum for you to head into the chase-offs here.
Yeah, not bad at all. Hopefully, and it's gonna stink that I'm not gonna be probably running for the championship ultimately, just because I'm gonna miss Northbrook's Pro, I think. But not bad momentum. We're on a kind of a hot swing here, so not too shabby at all.
Yeah, not too shabby, and definitely there's a few times, man, I seen you burn up the old Rocket Man line. You're running up there high, wide, and handsome, and you made it work. But it seemed like there was cars everywhere out there tonight. It seemed like, especially here in half number 2, it seemed like pure chaos as far as what lines you could pick and choose. Yeah, talk us through it a little bit.
Yeah, I think the first half played it better just because it was slicker and you can move the car around a bit more. I think this package really showed its ugly side in the second half because it's nighttime and the grip's up, so you can definitely see it was very packy, and you really couldn't run the top at all in the second half to get, or at least on the long run. On the short run, it was okay. You could kind of make some moves around it, but overall, not bad. I mean, I thought it was gonna be way more packy, so happy with that. But yeah, definitely not a big fan of this package. It's tough. Like people just get on your quarter panel and you just go backwards. Like, I had to move 3 wide in the bottom, and then literally just got stalled out. It was like my engine turned off for a second. It was crazy how the run just gets stalled out. But that's the aero game, and we're all on the same level playing field, so we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it seemed like there for a while. Just about anyone could take the lead, and it just seemed like kind of being at the right place, right time, and for you to kind of be in the mix there, in the top 5 all night too. I think you got to feel pretty fortunate to dodge a lot of these crazy wrecks that we've seen here tonight.
Oh yeah, there were some big wrecks, huh? Especially the second half. Yeah, that's weird how the second half has that many crashes, but I know I nicked the wall behind Dylan Thomas because he blinked out and then it messed up in the air and I got tight. But other than that, I kept it clean. That was my kind of goal tonight. Really, just gonna be my goal for the whole playoffs. Just keep it clean because I think clean car, and happy points. So that's the goal for here moving forward.
Hey, you know what? I like that. I like the clean car, happy car.
Yeah.
Good points. That's a good one. I like that. But next week, again, to kick off these chase offs, we're going to Michigan, and we're going to see probably a little bit something kind of similar to what we saw tonight. With some a little bit packy, but again, no lights there, so it's going to be during the day. So it's going to be a little slick. How you feeling heading next week?
So Michigan, the top is not a thing anymore, right? So I remember the old Michigan, the top it was like Auto Club. So
yeah, I think it kind of was. Yeah.
The thing with Auto Club was a really good race in my opinion. I know I won, but it was a good race because you didn't have to check up when you get the aero wash. Michigan's gonna be tough because everyone's gonna run on the same bottom, and you're basically cutting everybody's nose off. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna look like an IndyCar race where you kind of get an aero wash. That's what kind of happened tonight. You could just play the air on someone's nose. But it should be a good race. I think the daytime, like you said, will help out a lot just to keep it loose in the back end. I think that's going to help. But definitely, I think keys to watch is going to be using the air and putting the aero wash onto the car behind you.
So it sounds like track position is going to be a big factor next week.
Key. Yep. Track position is key.
Track position is key, but what also is key is for you, before we let you send you off, to give your shout outs.
Yeah, I gotta shout out launch partners, Ryan and Nick. We're all graduating soon, so they're a great partner of mine. They do a lot of marketing, SEO, logo, kind of branding guidelines. Check them out at launchpartners.com or on Launch Partners on their Twitter, Launch Partners. Also myself, I'm open commissions, so SR Design, check me out. I do paint schemes, logos, branding, some other fun graphic design stuff. So it's SethRawlsDesign.com, or check me out on Instagram, Twitter. Send me a DM if you want to collaborate, and we can get some cool paint schemes for you. Shout out to Angry Duck. We're gonna have some merch coming soon, hopefully for Shifty Sports. Still working on that. And last but not least, Shifty Sports. Great run all night. Hesitant to look at the points. I'm a little worried, but we'll see how it all plays out. But we're excited to move towards the playoffs, or the chase-offs, what do you guys call them? But yeah, not a bad night at all for us, and ready to move on to the next one. Thank you guys for broadcasting. Thank you, Vic, for putting it on. And how did you guys first commentary go, Cameron? And wasn't there Gerald here too?
Gerald was here for the first half. Yep.
Okay.
And, yeah, I think Cameron did a wonderful job in the booth here. Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it back after.
Heck yeah, but one thing before I let you go is if your shirt, your merchandise does not have Rocket Man on it, I will be pissed.
I will definitely try and get it. Would you buy it if it said Rocket Man?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, all right, we can do that. We can make that happen.
Even if it's just one shirt for me, that's all I want. That's all my
asking. Sounds good. That's a game plan.
Heck yeah.
I'll see you guys on the flip side.
Yeah, see you on the flip side. We'll talk to you next week after Michigan. I have a hunch.
Thank you.
See ya. See ya. Seth Rawls coming in at third, but next up for Cameron Rich, we'll be interviewing Tyler Fody.
Tyler Fody, Cameron Rich here up in the 3-Rod TV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you got an average finish of 1.5 tonight. Not too shabby. That's about as good as you could have done without winning that second race, but it definitely had a different complexion from up here in the booth. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was definitely probably more exciting to be watching with how crazy that was. I would have rather it has spread out a little more, but that was definitely nuts. No one could really get away from each other. And like I was saying earlier, the cars were just kind of stuck to the ground. So it felt almost like super speedways down the straightaways. Then you kind of settled in the corner and was right back to it. I mean, it was nuts from the beginning. I took it up top at the first corner and got a few guys. And then from there, it was like 3 wide, 2 wide the rest of the race. And then, in the end, there were just too many cautions and not enough laps to get the track position back. I know I was racing a couple teammates there, so they were kind of doing their thing and keeping me at bay there. But now to be second isn't terrible, but I think I needed another half car length maybe down the back there to be close enough to try and get inside. But we'll take it. First and second, not too bad.
I saw you make that move into turn 3 on the last lap, and I think Nick just placed his car right where it needed to be to prevent you from getting any downforce where you needed it to be. So I think we kind of saw that, but saw you get a little roughed up there, in the couple restarts before then. Did if you weren't like a part-time driver, do you think you would have been a little more aggressive there and maybe handle that a little bit differently?
I don't know. I know this was a cutoff race or something before the playoffs. I don't really know where everyone's at on points, so maybe. But no, I mean, I was kind of just doing my own thing there. That was just kind of the nature of the package, and the car and the track was just a tight, close quarters race. And so the contact that was had here and there between different people wasn't anything egregious, I didn't feel like. So just the nature of the package.
Right, we saw you, I think the last race before tonight, you were at Bristol Dirt, I believe, and I remember you doing pretty well there. Do you have any scheduled races end of the season for this league, or kind of just doing it on a one-by-one race basis?
Well, David Westergreen, the team I've been running with, the 95 car in particular, has a rotation going of about 3 or 4 people, which we had gone over before this season, and I think I signed up for 4 races. Bristol Dirt was the first one, which ironically I think I was first and then second in the 2 heats. But the next 2 I want to say is maybe Wilkesboro and then Gateway. I'm not too sure, but I know I got a couple more before the season's over.
Well, definitely going to be a favorite for all of those, I would have to presume. Before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs to give us?
Yeah, just what I was saying earlier with the South Shore Racing guys and Westergreen for having me on, and Vic Bloom, obviously, for letting me run in the series part-time. And then, you guys for being up here. I forgot to mention it in the first heat, but shout out to Goody for picking me.
Hell yeah.
I was a little offended no one picked me in the second heat, but I didn't win, so I can't be too upset. So, we'll it's a fun league, and I'm looking forward to coming back.
There was a pretty bad case of commentator's curse going on tonight, so I don't know. I think you were the only one that didn't get bit in the ass by that one.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you. Good run tonight, Tyler, and we will talk to you again probably next time you're out here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That was Tyler Fody coming in second in half number 2, again winning half number 1. But next up, we'll bring up half number 2 winner Nick Indelicato. And Nick, you got that momentum, I think, that you're looking for, getting that win right before we head to the chase-offs here.
Yeah, that was something I was kind of looking for there. I told the boys in the call, I was like, you know what, I just got to go for it. In that second race, the first race, I had a little bit of damage, and it was definitely hurting. These are so aero dependent, and kind of just went for it there in the second race, and it worked out.
That worked out indeed, and it was wild, and we talked to Fody and just talking, even Seth, just the pack racing that we've seen might have made it a little stressful for you guys in the cockpit, but man, some of the moves, you take the lead, it seemed like you drop back to 4th, and then next lap you'd be back up in the lead again. How hectic was it out there tonight?
Yeah, it was something. I mean, these cars that's how they drive, and Fody's, hell of a driver, and I have a lot of respect for him. We don't race much, but we have been racing against each other a lot more, and he's fast. I forgot who it was. The Double Zero's up there. I know he's fast, and honestly, it was just a lot of fun. And when you can race clean and make moves like that, it's just a lot more enjoyable no matter where you finish. But yeah, I almost threw it away there on one of the restarts and got loose and fell to fourth, and then came back to the lead. I don't even remember how, but if you got the clean air, it's definitely dominant, and it worked out.
Yeah, definitely worked out. But again, maybe talk about the momentum, that swagger that you can go into, especially heading next week to Michigan, which I think to some degree I think would be somewhat similar as far as like a packy situation going on next week. Yeah,
for sure. Michigan's going to be crazy. It's almost like a pack race. It's almost like a Talladega type race, but I enjoy Michigan. I've had a lot of, I feel like there's 1 week back when these cars were in officials where I ran Michigan maybe nonstop for the whole week. And it's something I do enjoy. So, hopefully a win does help. It kind of gets me back on track. It feels like I haven't won much in a while. So I kind of wanted to go out there and kind of just do what I can there and got it done. I would have been happy with a top 5, honestly. But a win definitely helps for sure.
And some of the things I noticed from maybe even from a luck perspective, I can't remember if that was the incident you were talking about. You were, maybe battling for the lead. You got loose. I think you're battling with Gilberto, and you guys almost made contact. You darted to the inside. You dropped back a little bit, but it seemed like the way your luck was going, the past maybe month or so, that could have turned out a whole lot different for you. So that has to feel good as far as that luck point of getting collected and stuff, maybe even not of your own doing, or even maybe making a little bit of mistake. It's got to feel pretty good.
For sure. I mean, with this car especially, you're so close to people. Luck is 100% a factor. Rather be lucky than good, honestly. And Talladega was kind of the same thing. I was really fast and actually having a ton of fun. That was a lot of fun. Just got caught up in 2 wrecks in both races, but that's Dega. It is what it is. Even in other leagues too, like Elite last night. I think it was last night. Yeah, last night got caught up into a wreck in the playoffs and that. So it's kind of just been a struggle through a lot of things. But I mean, got the win tonight. Puts us back on track. I think I get bonus points if I clinch the regular season leader. So bonus points help out. Playoffs kind of just do my thing and finish well. That's the goal.
Yeah, and I got to be looking through the schedule here again. We talked about Michigan next week. Got North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Gateway, then Dover to round out the season. I would say from looking at the track, seeing how you kind of run in the past, you got to be feeling pretty good, licking your chops at just about every week, at least getting a top 5, putting yourself in the right position.
Yeah, hopefully. A couple of tracks that you named off, like Michigan's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of luck based though. North Wilkesboro is definitely one that I'm going to have to salvage myself on. Other than that, Dover, Gateway, I feel like I can hold my own, but Dover's definitely a track that I enjoy. So, no road courses, which sucks. I'd rather see a road course, but it'll be fun, definitely for sure. I have that gap, which helps, but I tell my team, and it's kind of just something I tell myself too, is going to every week. Top 5 is the goal. Whatever happens, and put yourself in good position. Things usually happen pretty good.
Yeah, and it's certainly shaping up that way for you as, again, clinching the regular season points leader, and then getting that win here tonight to kick off end the regular season to kick off the chase offs next week. But
chase
yeah, chase. It's copyright protected by me and Matthew.
That's a good one.
You talked like you created it.
Didn't you create it, Carlos? You might have been
did.
the first one to say it.
He's gonna get all the money from it.
I put it in the race title.
Yeah, we did. You didn't patent it quick enough, though. We beat you to it. We ran to the patent office.
You stole it.
Oh hell yeah! It's the best ideas are stolen. But before we let you go, celebrate the victory. Get ready for those chase offs that I created. The name. Not Carlos. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out you guys. Shout out the Chase Off, 3Wide TV hopping on board this year. Cool looking car. Paint scheme, Dega, the throwback was awesome. Ran it for an extra week there just because it was so nice. But, shout out you guys for coming on. The blue looks awesome. Shout out to Seth for making the paint schemes, my teammate. If you need a car design for iRacing, hit him up. He'll make one. Along with that, shopangryduck.com. Go check them out. And really, the whole Shift Esports team has done a great job this season. I think we have 4 guys in the playoffs. So teamwork has been top tier. Shout out Braxton for coming on board too and helping us out. So overall, good season. And next week, look forward to continuing it and go for a championship.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to watching how the chase-offs unfold, and hopefully you can defend your title with another one. So best of luck to you next week heading to Michigan.
Hopefully. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too. That was Nick Indelicato winning half number 2. And first, before we kind of do our closing arguments here, I got to ask Vic. So I'm kind of looking at the standings. I seen Carpenter.
So, okay, you're going to ask who made it out of the
I think Conrad's in, isn't he? Yeah.
So, Tim is not in.
No.
It is Kyan, obviously locked himself. McIntosh, Gilberto, and Carp is the last one to make himself, in. Conrad misses by like 6 points, I think. I think that's what the math's going to end up being. And then Dewar misses by about 12-ish, give or take. I'm not sure. Bonus points are going to play a factor, though. But it's going to be close. I think who I just named is everyone's going to make the chase. I don't think that there's enough bonus points to be given.
Man, and Cameron,
unless there's any penalties, of course. If there's penalties, then things can change. But
can easily change. Yes. Which I'm sure you're going to have maybe some fun dealing with that.
Oh, I'm having a blast. A blast already. I'm not. Well, anyway, we'll talk about this after we go off there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be fun. But especially for Dewar missing it, for around 12 points, that might be something. Especially that pit strategy he didn't have one. He did kind of have to lay it on the line in that moment, but maybe something that you regret maybe moving forward.
I don't know. I'd say last week he came out and won the race, and if he didn't win that race last week, he wasn't going to have any shot coming into this race. So getting that win, coming in here and having any shot whatsoever, I'm glad he swung for the fences. And even if it didn't work, I love a ballsy move myself. So,
you got to tip the cap, but it's always one of those things as a driver. It's one of those things, damned if you do, damned if you don't. It probably would have been worse if he stayed out and would have wished he could have hung him out there a little bit more. But he knew. I think he knew what he was getting himself into. But But other than that, I think it's going to be a wild chase-offs as we kick off next week, and it might be a little tougher for some of these guys because there was a chink in the armor there for Nick Indelicato for a long time, but getting back into victory lane, I think he's got to be the big favorite heading into next week.
Absolutely, and next week is essentially going to be a wild card. You heard Nick saying that it's going to be like Talladega racing, and we know how Talladega racing usually goes. So, hell, I'm looking here in the in-sim time from Miami. It's 10 p.m., 79 degrees, probably about the time when all the bars on Ocean Drive start opening up here, right? So we can go.
They've been open.
Have some fun and
they've been open.
Yeah.
They start getting hopping. We're gonna have a good night out here.
It's been a while since I've been there in Miami, but yeah, be a good place to go. I hate that y'all have perfect weather all the time.
I know, little jelly about that as well, especially being closer to the Michigan area, which hey, we're finally getting nice weather up here in the north, so I feel good about that. But so Cameron, thanks for joining us here tonight, filling in for Matthew. We know Matthew's going to be kind of hit or miss from here on out with his ARCA schedule. I'm hoping you're up here in the booth. It's been a fun time, man.
According to Matt, he's only going to miss Charlotte. That's according to him. But he told me the other day. But I mean, Cam is always welcome, regardless.
Yeah.
I would love to be back for Charlotte. Call me Rusty or call me Wallace because I was sure rusty tonight. But like 4.5 years since I commentated. But we'll get it.
Hey, I liked it. But hey, Carlos, you can't call him out for swearing after what you said to me last week.
Hey, you deserved it last week.
I did, but that doesn't matter right now. But anyway, again, thanks again for Cameron Rich for joining us in the booth tonight. Gerald doing the pit reporting half number one. Of course, from everyone, from Cameron, me, Carlos, Vic, thank you all for tuning in tonight to 3 Wide Racing TV. Tune in next week, same time, as we head to Michigan to kick off the chase-off. Should be a good one. Until next time, good night now.